There's your work life and your life. With King County Metro's business programs, you can find fulfillment in both. Our Orca cards can be used for any transit trip, to the workplace and the pizza place, whether you work at the hospital or from home, love heading to the stadium or prefer the park. With Metro's business programs, a full life is at your fingertips. Your commute is just the start. Visit kingcounty.gov/metrobusiness to learn more about Orca transit benefits today.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back by a store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/11. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
I'm Big J. Okerson.
And I'm Dan Soder.
You can listen to full 2-hour-long episodes of The Bonfire. 2 hours. That's a real commitment to us. Well, it's on SiriusXM or with the SXM app. It's easy. Just go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
Any other Gino I want to poke in the eyes like a stooge.
Wait, we know a Vito, right? Doesn't
Vito Calise used to work for Bennington.
Yeah. All right, so we know a Vito. We know.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if someone's telling you they're friends and those are the names you hear, you're like, oh, these guys are gonna suck dick, and they're all wearing leather jackets, even though it's spring.
Wait, they're wearing the shirts that Jacob got, but not for racing. It's just that material.
First of all, the new thing with these dumb degos is rocking fucking soccer jerseys.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, acting like they really care about their Italian soccer teams. Ugh.
I saw them.
Because they all want to go to Italy and shave down some animal and bring her back here. She was hot underneath all that.
I saw a mom on the airplane. When I was flying back from Florida.
Saw who?
A mom
Okay.
on the airplane. I was flying back from Florida. She was in first class with her 2 under 10-year-old sons, and they had 2 first class, which that just pisses you off when you see 2 kids in first class seats. It bugs me.
Oh, yeah. They don't even know what they're getting and how much it costs.
And she was full-on trophy wife, and her 2 kids, one of them had dark hair, but the entire top part was dyed blonde.
Sick.
And no, not in the way you're thinking.
Oh,
in like a growing up Gotti way.
Yeah. I got you.
And then the other kid had cornrows.
White?
Oh yeah, they were both. Yeah, they were both like white. Like they were like Gotti.
Had cornrows?
Grown up Gotti type kids.
How old was he? What'd you say? If you
they were
guess?
like 8-year-olds.
Ugh.
God, it bugged me.
That means she made the decision for cornrows.
Yeah, well, she probably made the decision.
That's the weird thing about getting like little kids like funky haircuts. You're making such a decision for them.
That's what I'm saying. The kid with the
was
blonde.
it Angelina Jolie? Wasn't that the thing? It was like, yeah, this is my baby, and he's got a pretty cool mohawk.
Yeah, that bugs me. It bugs me.
Yeah, decorating your kids. She has nothing else to do.
I mean, look, if it's your baby, then who cares? I guess like you're the one that's got to take care of everything. But when it becomes a
Well, my daughter's half Hispanic, so she was born with pierced ears, but at least it's how it looks in pictures. I think once the head came out, they were piercing the ears. They go, wait, don't push.
Before they cut
all right, push.
You might want to cut that cord.
You might want to cut that cord now. But yeah, that song I always play, because we were talking during the break about songs that really shoot you back to a place. We've talked about this in the show before, but that's one that always like hits me for sure. But you talk about going back in time, like bands like Genesis and shit like that take me to sitting in the back of my mom's car while the radio's on. That's such a big one for me.
1,000%.
Yeah, and that's what yacht rock does a lot for me too. That generation of like Ambrosia and all that stuff.
Bums me out, which is why I don't like when we are with Sal and you guys talk me into getting high. And then he starts playing those songs, and I get all freaked out thinking about the backseat of my mom's car.
Why does it freak you out? What happened in the backseat of that car?
It's just depressing to me. Like it's not a time.
That time has passed?
Here's no, not that at all. It's there. I think we've talked about this. We might have talked about this on this actual show. there are certain songs that remind me of sitting in the backseat of my mom's car going to see my grandfather in the hospital as he was dying.
Sure.
One of them was Against All Odds by Phil Collins. One of them is Hello.
Oh, man, those are such great songs.
Simply Red. Simply Red.
If You Don't Know Me By Now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely She's Just 16 Years Old. That song.
Benny Mardones. That guy looks so great.
That's his name, Benny Mardones?
He's dead now. But yeah, dude, the pictures of him always, he's like, he's always giving like hands out. Like,
God damn this. I don't hate the songs necessarily anymore.
They just make you think of your grandfather dying.
It's not even that it's so
just
weird.
the back of your mom's car was always going to a bad place.
Yeah, it's that. It's more like I remember going to the hospital and how cold it was outside, how dark it was in the back seat, walking into the hospital, that smell, like having to sit there, it was somber. It's more that stuff than oh, my grandfather was dying.
The difference also in these songs too. My mom was young when she had me, so driving around in the car, I felt like we were doing something cool. Do you know what I mean? Okay. If we were in the car a little bit longer listening to music and my mom's smoking cigarettes out the window, I was like, this rules.
Okay. I got you.
So these songs always not this one. I think this song blows under any circumstance.
This song sucks.
Yeah. Simply Red.
Oh, God.
And that was just his name. I thought the band was Simply Red.
I know.
He's
I thought
Simply
that too.
Red.
I know. Doesn't that suck?
Yeah. What a dickbag.
Wasn't he Australian too?
He was something.
I think so. Yeah, I think he was one of those guys where when I finally heard him in an interview, I was like, "Wait, what?"
I'm just gonna start calling Ed Sheeran Simply Red. Shut up, Simply Red.
Yeah, he can go fuck himself too, Sheeran.
Well, they're all
seems like a cool guy, but I hate his music.
Dude, that's the kind of music that I don't understand. One, he did the same thing too. He came out just being singer, songwriter, guitar player, and now he's got dance songs and shit, right? He's gone completely pop. And Taylor Swift,
kind of poppy.
He was always poppy, but not dance music.
No, he's doing the same thing Taylor Swift did. And Christine fell asleep on this. If you could, I should tell you to bring this up before, Christine. Go on Hulu. The impact thing of Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, they did a whole little piece about her, breaking Ticketmaster and everything. The Ticketmaster thing. It's just the tickets are immediately $5,000 a piece.
Okay.
And but they go to her biggest fan in the world, who I put his name in here somewhere. Dude, this guy, man, I wish I had one just super flamboyantly gay fan who just made nonstop fan videos for me. Really seems to get people going.
Is it this guy here on the thing?
It's Steven, where's the name?
Steven Sullivan?
Yeah, Steven Sullivan.
Oh, it's Sullivan. It looked like Sullivan.
It's, you don't even have to go to the thing to probably find Steven Sullivan just jamming out to Taylor Swift.
Does he like going viral? Is it the biggest Taylor Swift fan or something?
Yes.
Okay.
His name's Steven Smith.
Sullivan. Steven Sullivan.
Oh,
but
Nikki's got to be hot about this because she was the biggest Taylor Swift fan, right?
Glazer.
This guy's stepping in now.
See, Glazer was on The Masked Singer.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
What'd she sing?
A bunch of stuff.
Did she do well? Did she play?
Yeah, I think
How does that show
she got
do you win? Can you win?
Yeah.
Okay.
She got third place, I think.
Oh shit! All right, that's cool. What was her costume?
And an ice princess or something.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. I gotta watch this show. I mean, they got Giuliani. They got all kinds of.
You gotta watch The Masked Singer. You think?
No, I was just saying.
Yeah, please don't. It was on at my mom's.
I
house.
like when Ken Jeong does a fake walk off.
Oh, the panel for The Masked Singer is, cheesed out. I don't know. It's so corny.
They're wearing the glitter jackets and all that shit.
Just the whole thing is they're guessing about stuff. That is always, and it is the dig on the show, but it is funny. They're I'm gonna guess. I don't know that it's is it Oprah Winfrey? And then they come down and it's no, it's a person who used to be on Suits on USA. It's never as famous as they make the person going to be. Is it former President Barack Obama? It goes, oh no, it's Dwayne Wayne from A Different World. Is Kadeem Hardison?
Did you ever watch Life Is Short, the Warwick Davis show?
Yeah.
No.
That bit they did in the finale where Val Kilmer comes to hang out with him, and he's like, oh, I've got a great idea. And he makes Val Kilmer put on the Batman mask, and he brings him in to meet his assistant. And he's like, guess who that is? And she's like, I don't know, it's Batman. And she's like, guess who it is, though? Guess who? Somebody that played Batman, very famous person that I'm friends with. And she goes, Christian Bale. And he goes, nope. And she goes, Michael Keaton. She goes, nope. She goes, George Clooney. He goes, nope. She goes, Adam West. And he's like, it's Val Kilmer.
Every guest before Val Kilmer.
It's so funny, man.
All right, Stephen Sullivan, I'm starting to see also one looks like Nick Mullen, which is kind of funny.
That's funny. He does look like Nick Mullen.
Christine, the one that's moving right now, play, because I could already tell it's great. Dude, this guy has got a thing going. Can we start saying this is Nick Mullen? Just tell the world. He goes, by the way, just so you know, Nick Mullen's been pretty busy. You guys thought he was out of comedy for a bit, but he's just been busy.
We should see if we could get Nick Mullen to do Taylor Swift lip syncs, even if he does it his own way, and just put them out there and say, this is Stephen Sullivan.
But this guy says his mission in life, what he does in his life
right
for a living is ranks Taylor Swift songs.
Okay.
And then sings along with them.
So
I don't understand the internet at all, man.
How much money can you make doing this?
I don't know.
Wait, but I don't understand.
He makes
why
more
is
than me. I'm going to be so upset.
He definitely makes more than you. He makes more than anybody in this room, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get advertisement on TikTok.
God damn it.
But wait a minute. Why is every song in his top 10 All Too Well?
I think that's the idea of this TikTok.
Okay.
Like, All Too Well is so great that the 10-minute version of All Too Well is a top 10.
Oh my God, she has a 10-minute version of a song?
I don't understand. I don't get it. Taylor Swift is just like...
I
do not connect to it.
Well, that one. We will never, ever, ever get back together.
The catchiest
but
one
besides
was
that,
the Look
sucks.
What You Made Me Do. She came out with that one. I was like, well, that's catchy.
Well, I don't like any of those because, again, I watched her. She did like Jewel did that for a minute when she came out. It was like a singer-songwriter, and they were like, hey, let's throw her in a cat suit and get her out there flashing tit or something.
That song was a big hit, though.
Yeah.
Let Emotion, whatever that was.
But she
it was like a perfume commercial song.
Yeah, no, but she did that, but she kind of came back to now. She's like a kind of blues
she
guitar.
fucking lives in the Alps again.
She rules.
Yeah,
we saw her live, dude. She was great.
Jewel.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she's talented, but after you get through "Who Will Save Your Soul," I can't.
Well,
the fuck
don't worry, buddy.
To?
She made us wait for it. Don't worry.
God damn, she's got songs
me.
where she yodels and shit.
Yeah, Liz was with me. She ruled, right? She was good.
She was great.
She was
Listen,
really good.
I'll admit, I
didn't go to see her for a Julka. I went to go see Popper. It was Blues Traveler, her, and Train. Train ruled live.
Train did rule. Jewel was Jewel was legendary. It was really cool to see Jewel.
You're pushing my buttons today.
Train was like unbelievable.
I'm not saying they're not a good. Listen, I will. I
Jay
accept
cried
it.
during Drops of Jupiter.
I accept. Here's why. I'll accept it.
What kind of shit is that, Christine?
That's fine. No, wait. This is the story I'm going to tell you.
When Christine gets her period, there's blood everywhere. I have to tell her constantly there's blood everywhere.
I'll tell you.
We're having an embarrassment contest.
I'll tell you a great story.
Jay can't come unless he fingers his ass. Shut up, Christine!
We went to see, me and Brian McCarthy got free, when Kim Hanwecker worked at the
40/40.
No,
Brian listens to this show too, man. Brian McCarthy rules. Yeah, he's great.
He's awesome. Wait, what the fuck is the place in Brooklyn?
40/40 Club.
Yeah. When Hanwecker worked there, she called me. She goes, I have great free seats for Michael Bublé tonight. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that. And she was like, trust me, it'll be like, just come to 40/40. Like, I'll get you shit-faced and feed you dinner and then you just go see the show. And Brian McCarthy, at the time, lived, I shit you not, like 5 blocks from the Barclay. And I was literally on my way to his apartment because it was his daughter's birthday. And this is back when Brian drank. So I got to the house, and I was like, do you want to do this? It's right there, dude. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we went.
He left his daughter's birthday.
No. It was after. It was her. She was young. It was like her party was during the day. It was like, yeah.
That'd have been hilarious, though. He goes, yeah, dude, let's get the fuck out of here, man. This kid sucks. She's not appreciative of anything.
Let's blow this hot dog stand.
Hey, hon, I'll be back never.
So we go. He's listening today too. I know because he told me he was excited that I was cutting me out. Anyway, so we go to the thing and we do exactly that. We get like rocked up at the 40/40, And we go down to the show, and Brian is so loudly and obnoxiously making fun of the show the entire time that we got yelled at by the people in front of us. They like turned around and yelled at Brian. They were like, "We have waited to see this." Like it was very uncomfortable. And then we were sitting there, and Brian was like, "Geez," he's all put aside, like, "Ooh, it's not my fault it sucks," or whatever, like that kind of shit. And then Michael Bublé did this thing where a girl in the crowd had a sign that said, like, "I love you," or whatever. "Can I please hug you?" And she was like a kid. And Michael Bublé sees the sign. And he's like, "I like your sign, kid." And he's like, "Get up here. I'll give you a hug." And dude, the place is going crazy. I'm getting chills talking about it. The little girl goes up. She's like freaking out. It's her dream come true. I think
it's her mom's dream come true.
I start crying. And I'm like, "God damn it, fucking Brian! I'm never gonna hear the end of this."
You're just hammered, crying.
Yeah,
at this
I'm
moment.
wasted. Jaeger bombs. We were doing Jaeger bombs. I was wasted, and I'm crying, and I'm like so embarrassed. And I'm crying because I'm like, Brian's gonna make fun of me. This sucks. Whatever. I look over. Brian has like tears shooting out of his face, shooting. And I go, "What the fuck, dude? You're crying?" And he goes, "I'm not a machine." And then we watched the rest of the show quietly and respectfully. We're like, he's good. He's very good at what he does, this guy.
I don't know a lot of Michael Bublé, but his cover of "Feeling Good" is one of my favorite songs.
It's talentless. Everything he does is void of all talent. We've had this conversation almost weekly at this point. Jacob agrees with me. Jacob's way on Team J on this one, dude.
He's not
Crooning
talentless. He's good.
Is void of talent.
Just because you can do it doesn't mean it doesn't take talent.
I don't know what it is.
You're just talented at crooning.
Taboo. I'm not talented at it.
Yes, you
I plug
are.
my nose up
You're
and I
also
sing from my
talented
throat.
at singing. You sing on stage.
He don't.
He dances. He sings.
He
1,000
dances?
times you
Yeah,
sing
he's
on
very
stage.
good.
Shut up.
He's very good.
Michael Bublé dances?
Oh yeah.
What kind of dancing?
Like crooner music dancing. Like he's
Like a
good.
little-
He's like a Broadway, like a showman. Like he's very talented.
Does he do the thing where he does his hat?
Yes. Yes. He can do all that shit. He does like all the cane dancing and all. Yes, he's awesome.
There's no such thing as being good at cane dancing, Joe.
Look at him. He's got a cane. He's doing the thing. He's like an old madman guy. Madmen.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel.
I bet he is intolerable to be around at night.
Come on, you don't love this song?
No. I don't
Yeah, I like this
appreciate
song.
music that I can definitely do.
Why?
You could fucking sing that fucking Drops of Jupiter shit you put on earlier.
No, I can't.
You don't think you could sing Toad the Wet Sprocket? Wait, what was it?
Did you just call Drops of Jupiter Toad the Wet Sprocket? Because
Drops
that's
of
Train,
Jupiter's
dude.
Train.
And that's what I cried to.
Oh wait, I thought Drops of Jupiter was a band. I just realized you just said that song was by Train. The only Train song I know is
Christine laughed at me crying the Drops of Jupiter because my grandmother just died and it's about his mother dying. Man, Christine, pretty icy, bitch. Pretty icy,
Wait
bitch.
a second.
He cried right in the middle of
What
everybody.
song is Drops of Jupiter? I'm not remembering.
Now she's back in the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. Let Lungs over here sing it for you. Christine, why don't you squeak off those pipes again and do it again for me?
Now she's back in the atmosphere.
Something
Yeah, wearing knee-high tube socks right now.
Not to that song. No, I will give it.
I just
I'll
bought
give you
knee-highs.
Drops of Jupiter.
Don't you want to make out with a girl who just got done making lanyards for all of her friends? Where are you?
This song blows ass.
It does, because Christine likes it. This is Christine's shitty taste.
This song sucks.
Now.
God damn. I hate nothing more than a song that's like, let me take you on down to meet a regular gal. She goes home with pancakes on her sweater and nobody notices. Oh, this sucks.
She works much harder than she gets credit for, and she has a single child with an abusive guy. But she still finds a way to make it work.
And she walks all the way up To the 16th floor.
Juggling career and personal life is not that easy.
Oh, this song sucks. Forget it.
He was really a showman.
Yeah.
Who, the train guy?
Yeah, he put on.
He's
got
got
to
be with this shit music.
And then at one point, Jewel came out while Train was on and did "Dancing Queen" by ABBA, which ruled.
Dude, this is
that I would like.
Ruled.
This is hickey rock. This is rock to get a hickey to.
It really is hickey rock.
That should be. Why is it not a genre? Hickey rock. You suck my neck so people know what's up.
Oh, that's so funny.
Remember getting a hickey when you were younger? And you were like, it's happening.
That's right. And I remember she was in this video. What's her face? The lady that hit the guy with her car. This lady. Her.
Who? Noxema girl?
Yeah. I remember it was like a
thing.
thing.
She killed a guy, right?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Let's never look into it. Let's just say the Noxema girl killed a guy and move on. Let's never check.
We didn't name
names.
names.
That's the Noxema girl.
That's That's her. That's her.
I thought Christopher Cross was accused of pedophilia once. Just said it, put it out there. Got a lot of heat for it. A lot of people were like, that's never a thing. I'm like, oh, I don't know why I heard that.
Did the 16 years old guy get accused of pedophilia? The one that died?
Even better. So his assistant is a fan of the show. And his assistant said, he called in the show one day and said he tells the story. And he's right, he did. We found an interview also where he tells this. He tells the story that he wrote that song because he was living in New York, and he had a mother and daughter he would like help out with money sometimes because they lived in this building and they were broke, and he would have them walk his dog. So the 16-year-old girl came over one day to walk the dog, and he had a buddy over who goes like, dude, who's that girl? And he goes, dude, easy. She's just 16 years old. And then it came to him, and I go, well, then why do you write it from the perspective of the pedophile?
I know.
Simple solution. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone. I said. He says they say
I know.
to him.
I know.
And then the video is him kidnapping a girl.
Yeah.
He wants that 16-year-old girl.
That's, yeah.
Oh, I mean.
Well, wait, is that the whole point? That
I always
like
say,
a guy
Christine, bring up the video of him on Merv Griffin and just go to the end when he starts screaming. I say let him fuck a kid. I mean, this guy's so passionate about it. Sacrifice one. There's got to be an unwanted out there we could throw this guy.
Let's take a break in the podcast and talk about one of our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things. But sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed, or you're not showing up the way you want to. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. And when you feel empowered, you are more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. It kind of helps you map out your own brain. And sometimes, when you're down, you go see a therapist, you end up leaving being like, oh, that's the answer. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Therapy is great. I've been going for 10 years, and I honestly can't tell you how much it's benefited me. It's a life changer. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/bonfire today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bonfire.
How we work, and for some where we work, has changed. Employees are looking for more, and employers must deliver. King County Metro's business programs are here to help. Our Orca Transit benefits give employees unlimited access to local transit and more, whether you're commuting to work or heading to the gym, out on date night or dropping the kids at soccer. With Metro's business programs, your commute is just the start. Visit kingcounty.gov/metrobusiness to learn more about Orca Transit benefits today.
Introducing the new Starbucks Pistachio Cream Cold Brew. Silky pistachio cream cold foam tops our bold, smooth cold brew for a delicious twist on a favorite winter flavor. Make today a good day. Order ahead on the Starbucks app.
Oh, shit.
You got to see how bad. I mean, the neck veins go up to his forehead. It's crazy how much he wants to fuck this child.
Poor bastard.
This poor bastard. Get to the end when he starts really going.
Dude. God
back it up.
He
Back it
looks
up
like a
bit.
Mardoni.
Right here. This is live.
Wow.
Old enough to pee, old enough for me. Grace on the field, play ball.
That's the original lyrics. I never knew the song was called Into the Night.
Yeah.
All right, I have a good
He
question.
lets the little girl know that if I could fly, I would take you from your father, but unfortunately, I don't have wings. So I'm just a guy who has to play by society's rules, I guess.
Yeah. Why do you need wings? To fly up there where you're allowed to fuck kids.
I think even maritime law frowns on that, so I got to get up and see what intergalactic rules are.
It's international waters up there, dude.
There's no space laws. Never heard about astronaut rape.
What childhood?
So all right. So I want to keep doing the thing about music that takes you back, but this is faster, so I just want to. But it's still music related. What do you think the ultimate 90s song is?
Okay.
An ultimate 80s song is, and it can't be like, for instance, "Welcome to the Jungle" doesn't count. Nope. I mean, like, it's like of that era. Yeah. It represents the music that was popular. It was on the radio.
I think I have some good. I have some ones off the top of my head I could throw out there, but I don't know if they're the answer yet.
I have my 90s one.
But in 80s, I'm going to say "Hungry Like the Wolf," but there's also got to be something in there a little synthier than that even.
Hungry
so really,
like
to me, it's synth.
So so then I would say probably, this is definitely my answer for 80s. Whoa, whoa,
Oh, yeah.
whoa. Either
Things
that
can
or
only get better, Howard Jones.
Yes. Either that or Cruel Summer. Those are my two for 80s.
Too.
Aha, Take on Me.
Oh, yeah,
that's a good
that might
one.
be it.
That's a really good one.
That's probably it because it's a yeah, it's very 80s.
But not you think is the best answer.
I know.
Like your
I think
favorite.
That's like the
is that
song
your
of-
favorite?
Well, I
your
love
favorite.
Take on Me.
Okay,
It is a
okay.
favorite, but it's the one when I think of 80s music, I would think Aha.
Because I'm saying the quintessential, and she just made me think of "Iran," "Flock of Seagulls." It's a very, very 80s song.
That's a good one. That's a
I
good
walk
one.
along the avenue.
Yeah.
What an ugly guy.
That song rules.
I know.
Do they have any other good?
The
All right.
Wedding Singer soundtrack is basically like a list of quintessential 80s songs.
Yeah, like "Spin Me Right Round."
Sure. That's the other one. What's the guy and the girl? Boom, doom, da doom, 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 doom.
Oh yeah.
Working as a waitress.
Don't You Want
Don't
Me?
You Want
Yeah.
Me? Human League.
So 90s.
You spin.
That's tougher.
Oh, Jerkos.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's gonna go like hard grunge. I think 90s. But my favorite 90s song, my favorite of all the 90s, like it would be on like hits of the 90s, whatever that you get in the mail. Fastball. That fastball. I love that fucking fastball.
Do you know it's about like a crazy fucked up story?
No.
Yeah.
The Way. That's
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's
I
songs
love that
about
song.
songs about like a couple who murdered each other or something, like an old lady or something. It's very
Bummer.
weird. Yeah.
Bummer.
Look up what The Way is about. The Way backstory.
And that's the only song I like by them. I've tried listening to the album many times.
To me, the quintessential '90s song, because I say it's not a song I like at all. I didn't even like it when it came out, but it really was like this is the changing of the times of this was "Plush" by Stone Temple Pilots.
Yes.
I don't like. I never liked that song. In fact, I didn't like them for the
I've never
longest
been a-
time
yeah.
because I did get into Stone Temple Pilots, but
Yeah.
I didn't like them at first because that song just was not.
That album.
I don't even think it's indicative of him. It's like Radiohead, being in the Radiohead because you go, "Oh, dude, Creep's the best
Right.
song." You're like, "No, that's not."
The song
that's
that
not even
made-
how they sound.
The song that made me like Stone Temple Pilots was when I heard Sex Type Thing. I was like, oh, that song's awesome.
Yeah.
That's that Plush band?
Yeah.
Like, because when I heard Plush, I was like, this sounds like this guy's trying to, it sounded like they were trying to be Pearl Jam. It sounded like he was trying to sing like Eddie Vedder.
Is that why you hate him, Lou?
I hated him at the time, yeah.
Why? Because everybody found out quickly it's super easy to sound like Eddie Vedder, and it's also much like crooning, void of talent.
It's not super easy.
Wait, I might want
Really?
to change my
Remember
answer.
I nailed even flow with no practice?
I might want to change my answer. Or I'll give another answer.
You sure did.
For the 90s thing. Interstate Love Song.
That's a beauty.
That song will, I would, if I saw them do that live, if he was still alive, I would probably cry to that song. Excuse me, sorry.
Why? What'd you do to it?
It just gets me, dude. It just gets me in the heart.
It's weird. The
You
songs that I have teary songs that don't make any. for one, not Stone Temple Pilots, Smashing Pumpkins, the song they did from the Batman soundtrack, it doesn't make any
song
sense.
Is that? That's just funny because
it's called like The End is the Beginning is the End. You know it? You like that song a lot?
It's a good song.
But it makes me cry. I don't know why. It makes no sense.
Well, I mean, he's a sad
hard that I know you guys aren't going to think of at all, but they just really like the age and who I was is Stay by Lisa Loeb.
Oh, no,
Let
yeah.
me say, let me hear what I want to.
Yeah.
For sure. And then You Gotta Be by Desiree. Do you remember that one?
No.
You gotta be
Oh, yes,
bad.
you do.
You gotta be bold.
Yeah, you do.
You gotta be
I forget. There's a genre. 90s. That's true. It's also 90s. Like la da da dee da 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 da.
My three, I would argue right now that my three most hated songs in the 90s are that song, Come to My Window.
How do you hate Come to My Window?
When it first came out,
and
even?
What If God Was One of Us? That song made me want to punch people.
Oh my God, with her nose ring in the video.
Are you kidding? Dude? You like when that burly
that
bitch
song.
was like, oh, just to meet you. Just to meet you.
I hated it. I hated it.
Oh, dude.
Etheridge.
I love Melissa
I-
Etheridge, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. That's right off a lineup you'd go see.
Oh, yeah. That's right off. I'm like, could I produce a show with Melissa Etheridge on it?
2 hits and then covers.
Who
Melissa
cares?
Etheridge?
She's
Yeah.
great.
What's it? I'm the only one. Come to my window, and then just straight covers.
Straight, cover after cover.
I think I could revisit Come to My Window and enjoy it a bit. What If God Was One of Us? Never.
Oh, that song sucked from day
That
one.
song does
hate
suck.
that song.
Yeah.
And her stupid face in the video.
Yeah.
The nose ring was cool.
That's what all it was about.
Yeah.
It was all about
I mean,
that
nose
nose
rings
ring.
were like not what they are today back then.
What, rad? Super rad on dudes?
They were super rad, and not
But
everybody
now they're
had
not.
one.
Now they're not super rad on dudes, you're saying? Because I have 2.
I do remember that it was kind of like a cool thing that this mainstream, like daytime MTV video person had a nose ring.
It was a big deal.
Yeah, it was like, oh, look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I have a
was.
hard time going back on his songs in a big 90s thing was that Lenny Kravitz era where he was killing it. I liked before, and I liked after that.
Wait,
but
what
I
do you
really
mean?
like just that album, like I Want to Fly Away. Those songs, like
that song sucks.
they wore on me after a while. They
'Cause
played them
it's-
so much. Are You Gonna Go My Way? Great song. I know it's like a great song, good
Yeah.
guitar riff, but I'm just like, it's just so overplayed.
It feels so commercial. Like it feels like it's
Yeah.
in every commercial I've ever seen.
It's been way overused. You can't go back. But I would say I love It Ain't Over Till It's Over. Still, the Lenny Kravitz song with remember
That's
that?
way early.
That was the album before. That was the single from the album before, and then the
What
next
was his,
album was Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Yeah, what was his other early song?
Let Love Rule.
Yeah.
Let Love Rule. Mama Said, or no, On the Run was the one where he says My Mama Said over and over in it. Fields of Joy. That second album, Mama Said, is a great record.
I'll tell you who has one outside of what's it called, Fortress Around Your Heart. Sting left the Police, and that guy couldn't fart out one song that I could stomach for 5 seconds.
It's one of the funniest.
I love
tweets.
the Police. I really the Police have a lot. I shouldn't say I love them, but like there's 8-9 songs by the Police that I really like a lot.
It's one of the funniest tweets I've ever seen in my life. I don't even remember who did it. I wish I could give credit, but it just said, "There's no way in hell Sting is the guy that was in the Police." I was like, God, that really sums it right up. Sting's solo music sucks shit.
Did you ever see
dude.
What are his solo hits?
When Family Guy made fun of it, he goes, where you can only understand the last line of anything he says. And he goes, brand new day.
What are some of his solo
Fields
hits?
of Gold, which is maybe the worst song. I'm going to put my head in an oven.
Fields of
As we
Gold.
walked, it feels
Yeah.
If you love someone, set them free.
Is that him by himself?
This song's not that
Oh, I
bad.
like this song.
If I Ever Lose My Faith in You.
But Fortress Around Your Heart rips.
He's just
I
has a
don't know
sword
it.
in the ocean in the video.
Oh, God, dude.
I bet he's intolerable.
Dude, Dark Lord.
I bet he is so intolerable. He's always holding in his cum.
He plays like...
He's in the tantric.
He gets into like, dude, by like the fourth album, he's playing like jester music. There's like flutes in it and shit. It fucking sucks, dude.
It's wood nymph music.
Dude, he did that goddamn song for Robin Hood. He never looked back.
I can't believe this show's flying by. We got to take our last break here. We're hanging out with Joey DeRosa, who's going to be at... Christine's pulling it up. She can't believe how fast she's pulling it up. Hey, did anybody notice that the CEO's husband left and never came back? Like he did not enjoy the show?
He was only staying for the first hour the whole time. He was just trying to sneak out without interrupting.
All right.
No,
Well.
he said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-oh.
He didn't hate the show and walk out.
I think he did.
No.
Was it because I called him gay? You think it's going to open up by calling him
You
gay?
just assumed his wife was a gay man.
Yes. Which would make him gay indirectly,
You're
Christine.
a misogynist.
So what? Why? Because I think a woman can't hold a position of power? That's what misogyny is? Why? Because I think voting rights should only be for men? Are those the things you're talking about? Are these the examples? Because I don't know what that means then.
So my new favorite thing is calling my girlfriends misogynists.
It's possible.
They are.
You can be misogynist as a
Oh,
woman.
I have girlfriends that are way more
Can I
misogynistic
tell you why she says
than,
that?
like you.
She's saying that for one reason, Joe. She's saying it for one reason only. Because all of her friends like me better than her, so she thinks they're misogynists.
Well,
That's not even true.
All the cool ones.
I mean, that's not a point in the wrong direction.
Sure. We'll be right back. Joe DeRosa, of course, is going to be at the Crane Theater in New York City Wednesday, December 14th at 8:30 p.m. Are you going to go by any of the Attell shows? The last one's at Caroline's?
Yeah, actually, he said come by and do some time.
He was telling me too,
yeah, we should do it.
Let's find out what
that
time we'll
would
go
actually
together.
be such a perfect. I was trying to figure out, like, what's a good farewell to go to. That's perfect.
Yeah, we went on that tour together.
Forgot about it. Yeah, we should go on the same night.
Absolutely. Let's
All
figure
right.
it out. And then he's going to be in Austin, Texas, January 13th and 14th, going to the club. What are you doing in Austin?
Vulcan.
Vulcan Comedy Club.
Yeah,
Nice. Get tickets, of course, at joederosainfo.com. Dan Soder of Philadelphia, December 15th to the 17th. Sacramento, Chicago following that. For tickets and tour dates, go to dansoder.com. And, of course, I'm going to be at the Stress Factory this Thursday through Saturday. Come fill it up. Let's have some fun. After that, New Year's Eve in San Diego, Indianapolis, Sacramento, Chicago, all on the horizon. For tickets and all tour dates, bigjcomedy.com.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget that The Bonfire is a radio show, a full show. We got a studio and everything. You can listen to us on SiriusXM or on the SXM app. It's basically the same thing. Go to SiriusXM.com/bonfire for a special offer.
How we work, and for some where we work, has changed. Employees are looking for more, and employers must deliver. King County Metro's business programs are here to help. Our Orca Transit benefits give employees unlimited access to local transit and more, whether you're commuting to work or heading to the gym, out on date night or dropping the kids at soccer. With Metro's business programs, your commute is just the start. Visit kingcounty.gov/metrobusiness to learn more about Orca Transit benefits today.
Seen a lot of fun shows.
It's hard to say. It's not that it wasn't shoulder to shoulder, but it was just like there was space. We all had a good time.
Yeah,
it was awesome. It was really awesome. The show looked good. We were all a little zipped.
Who were you all with? Who'd you take? Because Christine stayed home with the dog.
Tom from Gas Digital, Kareem Green.
All right.
Our old friend Kareem Green. Who else went? Jesus Christ. Brendan Sagalow.
Sag Daddy.
Had a
Sag
blast.
Daddy to the max.
Joe DeRosa.
DeRosa, another white rapper. You brought all your friends who were white rappers.
Mm-hmm. Joanne Grigioni.
Hey, Gridge.
Old Comedy Central, now Netflix.
I haven't seen Gridge in a long time.
I gave her a raw copy of my special, and I said, make it happen.
I go do it, dance.
It was literally like my dream job to intern for Joanne Grigioni when I came out here.
Yeah, she was awesome. Her and Ann Harris.
Yeah.
Were awesome.
I got to work with Ann. I mean, I got to work with Ann on this show, but I never actually got to work with
Ann
Joanne.
was the one that shot us down when we were like, we have like a whole TV show shot that you guys can just put on
Just
Sunday
film us
nights.
talking, and all the videos we watch make sense. And everything they go,
no.
They go. David Spade was thinking about farting into a microphone for a half hour.
So we gave him a milli and told him come up with something.
No, it became Lights Out, which is funny, very funny show. But it was just, but they didn't have the idea yet. Is what they were saying. They were like, "Now David Spade's going to do something."
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but we have a whole idea. Can you look at it? And like, yeah, no.
We have proof of concept.
She had a show already being shot.
Yeah,
it was currently being shot.
already being produced
it was
by
their
people. They were paying to
that was the
produce it.
funniest. Remember, that's what I always forget that. The response to us saying, could we make this a TV show, was when they stopped filming it altogether. They fired the video crew.
They go, Corey and Lynn are gone.
Corey and Lynn, Altsky, hard Corey.
Do something resembling anything?
Good. Yes, Lou.
Yeah.
Great new drama.
You gave the biz to Liam.
I heard about Johnny Depp Day. I missed Johnny Depp
yeah,
Day.
you were in Vegas.
I couldn't believe I missed Johnny Depp Day, but I have to listen. I heard that Jacob stood up to Liam.
Yeah, I mean, buried him.
Stood up.
Yeah.
Liam came on here and tried to kind of shit on Jacob, and Jacob just fucking yacked on him.
Yeah.
And Liam's a big fan of Bonfire. We love Liam.
It was really funny. I don't know if we said it on the air, but when Liam was giving, he's being like Fez a little bit. He said Jacob, and I didn't know what that meant. He goes, "Oh well, Fez was known for like going out there, getting in the elevator with some of the celebs and everything, and trying to get them on the show, and like sometimes pulling them into the show." And he was like, "So you don't want to get that reputation, Jacob?" I'm like, "I'd love Jacob that reputation, and please do that." I'm like, it sounds like phenomenal production.
Sounds like you got some real big guests.
Like getting some guests that aren't necessarily we're going to come in without that happening.
Yeah, but
Please,
Jacob gave it back.
Feel free, dude.
And they shut this whole place down like more than Madonna.
Yeah, that actually bugs me.
Madonna, they didn't tell us it was her.
Yeah.
And they kicked us out of our studio, and she showed up 2 hours later, and I was like, I literally had my room was at one point just 4 Madonna posters on a wall. I'm like, I couldn't have known that she was going to grace my work hallways so I could bow at her feet.
Okay, you know what, Christine? The crazy shit that you're saying right now is the exact reason why now I understand why SiriusXM made us walk in a big loop.
That's why
That's the kind of crazy I'm talking about. You lunatic.
Yeah,
Don't do shit
didn't
like
you
that.
dress up to try to see if Johnny Depp would think you were cool?
Yeah.
Well, we never got to do it because they
shut us down.
You couldn't walk by.
And it's my fault that they wanted, just because I want to be respectful and not look Madonna in the eye as she walks by.
No, that's not what you said.
That's not what you said. You
said
said
you
were
were
going
going
I would curtsy.
You said you want to bow and worship.
You
at
want to give
feet.
her. You want to give her a "We're not worthy."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We're
not
not
gonna.
worthy.
That's not gonna do good in the halls. That's why they're gonna redirect you. From
No,
seeing
she'll
her.
come and she'll be like, my child, and she'll like touch my head, and then she'll
Have you
be my
seen-
mom.
No, have you seen what's going on with her recently? I don't think you want any piece of that. I don't think you want any piece of the Mummy Returns.
Madonna's not going to be my mom.
No, you won't. You can't have Madonna mom.
You could fit a baby finger between those 2 front teeth for some reason. All
Sweet
of a sudden.
Lord, dude, she looks like a Tales from the Crypt now.
I sent you guys her TikTok. It was weird.
It's
I was
very
like, this
weird.
is her account.
Yeah, it's
She has
very
shark
weird.
teeth. It looks like she could floss with yarn.
You know what? Josh Homme got on Instagram for a little bit, and he would have these captions on his pictures where I'd be like, "Can you stop, dude?" Like, he's like, "Hey, man, I know, like, I'm trust me, I'm a fan, but can you cut that out? Can you cut that out for me?"
Josh Brolin.
Josh
is
Brolin's
super spiritual.
So dude, I think I unfollowed him because of his captions. He's like, a cowboy wakes up and looks at the sun and realizes it kisses his chest, and he realizes in that chest is the heart of a man that is wanted and a man that has lived. Dude, I swear to God, like 5 paragraphs of that shit.
So
I'll
serious.
look at a field unplowed and think that's what all this was before the sun turned on the moon.
The rugged one.
Yeah, and you're like, hey, Thanos, knock it off.
Yeah. Hey, settle down, big brother from Goonies. Goonies are getting it.
Yeah, dude, too long of captions. It's you know who pointed the first one out to me?
And when you hit more, when you hit the words like more, when you're going to read more, and then it changes the entire, like your next Instagram post you see is fucking 3 flips down.
Blech. You know who's the first one that pointed this out to me was when Shane was on the road with me, and he's like, "The Rock sucks." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "The Rock sucks." He goes, "Just look at his posts." And I started reading them, and once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. I was like, "Oh, God damn it." But yeah, look at that. He's like, "You're scared anyways. If you're successful, we will be some fake friends." And he like writes in like country lyrics.
If you're kind, people may accuse you of being selfish.
He writes, "People
To hear
are
your
often
motives. Be kind anyway.
People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forget them anyways." Yeah, it's one of those things where your actors have that. They're never told they're stupid. They're always told they're just like brilliant. So he's like,
oh,
and he's he's a top-notch, he's an elite actor. So no one's like, "Hey, shut up, you fucking yammering himbo."
Is this his child? And he's like telling her
Yeah, I think
how
it's
to
his
live.
it's his baby. He's like writing a note.
Well,
Can
he
you
just
just
had,
write
like,
it to her? What
Can you
happened to just get like, write it down for her?
Look what he wrote for the Queen. What is this? What did he write for the Queen? There's just something about respect through lines.
Some idea of ritual still feels attractive. The changes she has experienced, the malleability that she had to have incorporated into her character, the losses and the wins in her life.
I've realized that living out or in the bubble isn't the issue. It's who you surround yourself with and what you die knowing.
is simply, I don't know why I'm not doing this as Sam Elliott. Hey, Josh, I was reading through your Instagrams and you're kind of a queef.
Yeah, it really is. Like,
who the hell
who gives
right?
a shit?
I hope she had a wonderful 96-year-long trip.
It's again just the thing. It was like when that happens, did anybody in the world, did one person unrelated to or outside of his small circle of life go, I wonder what Brolin thinks about the Queen dying?
Yeah. Hey, what's the guy from No Country for Old Men think about the Queen dying?
Couldn't give a shit what Quentin Tarantino or Brad Pitt think about it, or Marilyn Manson, or Josh Homme.
I needed to know what Javier Bardem thought of it.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I want you to know. Dude, it'd be great if Jason Statham or like people that do bimbo movies were like that, do that kind of deep things. Like, what I want to know in the Queen's eyes, did she have a last kiss? Did she look at her last flower? And you're like, shut up, dude.
Shut the fuck up, Jason Statham.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, mate.
Anyways, look at my abs.
Yeah. Now, celebrities, self-righteous celebrity shit sucks.
But Madonna's just gone weird. Madonna's TikTok. Bring it up, Christine.
Yeah, Christine's the one that sent it to us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. She's like dancing naked in lingerie, but she's like 70 now.
Oh, and her body is gross. I recently went back and watched, I think on Skanks we did this, to watch her do like a Virgin or the Borderline video. You have to remember how hot this girl is. She was so hot. She was extremely attractive, that chick.
Dick Tracy.
Extremely attractive.
That's my age.
If
you're a little boy and you started getting boners around the time Dick Tracy came out.
Right now she looks like a goddamn lunatic who has swinger parties at her house.
She's like, would you like me to do some manipulation?
Yes.
Some genital manipulation?
Look at my beefy body now.
She used to have the best whoppers back in the 80s.
Her titties?
Yeah, now they're...
Tell you what, can I tell you what
her sex book, she was like gorgeous.
Can I tell you what I didn't like about her naked body that much? Love the bush, hated the hairy armpits, but I will say my biggest problem, tiny nips.
Tiny nipples.
Extremely small nips. I never loved that.
But also, you're like watching it. If you're her kid and you walk in, you go, Mom, can you stop being weird, sexy?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to have dinner.
Can you stop? Look at the bush picture. Yeah, that's even the one there when she was nude. I never liked that thing of her naked with the Willem Dafoe movie, Body of Evidence. That's the one all the way on the left. Look how little her nipples are. They're so teensy.
Just being the kid of a lady that's all sex all the time has to be exhausting.
Oh my! Yeah, well, her kids, I'm sure, are
I still
all
got
wacky.
Yeah. So like, hey, can you film me doing this sexy TikTok dance?
But she was so hot when she was young. Yeah, but now exactly. She's just it's like a fucking Phyllis Diller started showing her snatch.
Same thing with Johnny Depp when he walked in here. Yeah, she's like, you want to see it?
Yeah. Hey guys, Carol Channing's showing her fucking box on IG again.
Guys, get that Betty White TikTok where she drops it low before she dies.
Rue McClanahan just had a fappening leak.
Yeah, she does the bussin' challenge. Yeah, that's too old, and I get it. Johnny Depp is like that. Like, he looked weird. Like, those of us that got to see his face were like, what are you? What are you?
Yeah, definitely a superstar. And now I guess we know now that we have to hide all celebrities from Christine before she does something crazy at their feet.
We should put all older celebrities on an island. Just like
not-
Madonna and Depp.
No.
And just have them fucking bumping into each other.
It's only like Madonna, Stevie Nicks, Cher. It's not like everybody.
Cher would be like, whoa, who's this lady? Calm down. You need to calm down.
Bow to my feet.
Kiss my toes, you bitch.
Bow to my feet. I've never even attempted a thinking a Cher impression.
I just thought we'd fucking throw it out there, dude.
That was a lot of fun. Dude, first time try impressions, dude? Let's throw a list out.
First time try impressions.
Black Lou, you taking phone calls at home?
You can.
Oh, then we should call that people call up and just say their impressions. We give them a shot. We take turns.
Yeah,
we take turns just giving it a whirl of somebody.
Yeah, we might nail it.
Might fall on one.
Yeah, we might fall on one. But Jacob, you had a problem with the Dahmer show before the break. You were Dahmer.
Well,
on
it's more like what Jay had started last week. Really, look, I couldn't stop thinking about it. The credit he's given as being this brilliant psycho murderer. He's borderline. I think he's a slow adult. He's the dumbest. Dan, you didn't watch it. I mean, he killed three people in his grandmother's living room. One of them
after she met them.
He's coming down the stairs for one of them. And he just, Grandma, go back to bed. But what's all this noise? I'm just here with my friend. And they just go away. Nobody does anything.
Oh, and then the one guy,
the bare minimum work would capture this idiot.
He had knocked the one guy out already.
Yeah.
And then the grandmother came down and she goes, well, he's sick. Something's wrong with him. I'm going to help you take care of him. He's like, he's just drunk, Mom. He's passed out. He'll be fine. And she's like, no. And like, that's one of the people that tell on him too. That go back because he gets out the next morning because the grandmother like made them like nurse him to feeling okay again.
Nobody did a thing to capture like the bare minimum. He would have been put in jail immediately. But the murders that he did at his apartment, I'm at to start laughing at one point, as sad as it is, because the neighbor woman is basically calling 911 every murder and giving them a live broadcast, a telecast of this murder going on. And you hear them, please stop killing me right now.
Yeah. I can't breathe. I'm dying.
My life force is fading.
Stop drilling my head at this very moment.
You wonder...
And nothing. Yeah, we'll get... please, you have to send police right now. I'm hearing it sounds like somebody's being murdered. Now? Yeah, we'll get somebody there.
And then they never do?
Nobody shows up.
No, they do. Sometimes they do show up. And then the second they show up, that's what happens. They open the door and he goes,
gay stuff.
And they go, sir, what's that smell? He's like,
gay
old
stuff.
Meat. Yeah, he's like, old meat. And they go, we're getting the sound that there was some screaming and complaining in here. And he's like, oh, yeah, we were doing gay stuff. And they go, ew, bye.
Ew.
They had no interest in
I want to go stop
investigating
a bank
anything gay.
robbery.
Yeah.
If one of the cops had walked a foot more into his bedroom, there would have been a dead body on the floor, right in front of his eyes.
He had a dead body already on the floor, and the new person, and a person decomposing in the acid. And the cops would come in, and he'd go, they go, what is all these bodies on your floor? He goes, oh, this is gay stuff too.
Do you think because they were gay, they ever got jealous? They're like, who's this bitch lying on the floor? Do you have another? Did you take another lover?
Oh, dude! And they said the cops got in trouble for being bad cops, and that it's so funny. That show's ridiculous.
I might watch it on the road, Jacob.
Oh, it's a good watch.
The neighbor is hearing after she does the 911 telecast of the murder, the live telecast of the murders, hangs up because nobody's coming, and then all you hear is drills and saws and agonizing screaming.
And then dead silence.
By the paper thin wall, and then, dead silence.
And then a murder. And then it's over. And then a murder's over. And she's like, oh, thank God I can go to sleep now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he had no interest.
Insane.
And yet, he wasn't even like, his compulsion wasn't even just for like murder necessarily in general. It was these people he wanted to keep. So even though this lady, like, you even think like a murderer would have had something try to happen to her to get her out of the way.
Yeah.
This neighbor, he never even thinks about it. He just keeps doing it. He's like, no one believes her. No one believes her when she says shit. I'm fine.
And he's right.
Yeah. And she just lived with that. Yeah. They really beefed her character up though.
Because you know about the actual...
well, I watched a bunch of that.
Do they interview her on documentaries or like? Do they interview these cops that were like, well, they were doing gay stuff? What was I going to do?
What was her name? Georgina something? If you could find that and bring that up.
I can't remember. They play the actual 911 calls.
Yeah, but there's something with her. She's given interviews though, for sure.
Or what's her name? And so she does interviews.
It's Georgina something. Can you look it up? Mm-hmm. Dahmer's neighbor. But again, they said like the things they fucked with in Dahmer. I gotta watch like a side by side like truth versus fiction on that, because they also said she didn't live across the hall like next to him like that or whatever.
It was down the hall?
No, it was like down the street. I think she's like from down the street and would see weird things going on there. I think she's like more of a nosy neighbor than like a lady fighting for heroically to save people's lives.
That's what you always wonder with it when they make a TV show. This thing, you're like, is this? Because they can just change it. Jacob and I was always laughing about that, about Thank You for Smoking, where they're like, hey, we'll add a line, we'll just make...
That's one line of dialogue. Thank God they invented the whatever device.
yeah. And that's what it's like, really.
Glenda Cleveland, yeah, there it is.
The voice that fell on deaf ears. Tonight, Glenda Cleveland relives the frustration of being shut out by a police operator as she insisted the person being beaten was a child.
When I say what I have to say and I know it to be true, I don't feel that I have to constantly keep repeating myself. And I think that can be said for everyone.
Glenda Cleveland remembers the day Conorak died, remembers the police assurances that everything was okay. Did you start to doubt yourself?
I must admit I did. I did.
But do you feel they let that boy down that night?
Yes, they did.
Tweet this out because the reporter looks like he's doing a little teapot stance while he's interviewing her.
All right, bitch, go.
Speak the truth, girl. I'll listen.
Lay it or say it. Would you? Would you bang Dahmer? Would you have done him if he was straight?
There's a companion, they pump out the documentary to go along with the series, and there's the Dahmer tapes. So his lawyer recorded every conversation she had with him. And they kind of go chronologically through his whole murder, and it's pretty interesting. It's on Netflix also.
Oh yeah, and then the guy, I think they fantasized a little bit up the guy who killed Dahmer, like in jail.
Oh, did they make him cool in jail? Did they make him cool in the show?
No,
I was in here for protecting my family.
No, but it was a little bit of like I now know, like I'm getting right with God, and like this guy like he needs to kill this guy, like for God, like he was like ridding the world of him.
Yeah.
Or I think it was just like,
he was like, I'm gonna kill this guy.
He was mental, but Dahmer was a total cunt in jail.
At first,
he was just being annoying to everyone. Yeah.
At first, and then he started going like to religious shit, and then just started sinking into that like a lunatic. But like, it is funny in the beginning. At least they show on the show. Who knows? But this was like notorious, right? That he was in there because he started getting fan mail because people are crazy.
Yeah.
So he thought he was the shit. Yeah, so he'd like, he'd bite into a hamburger. Goes, like this is made of someone's face. He goes, I'm just fucking around now. I'll see you guys out in the yard.
Yeah, don't fall asleep. I'll bite your nose. Sleeping around me is like dying around cats. Eat your face.
And I was like, I'll bite your leg off.
Get munched up. I'll see you on the basketball court.
I'm going to go take a shower.
Yeah. You guys making license plates today? Get out of here.
I'm going to go with the showers.
Yeah.
Well, that was it, basically. As despicable as person is, he should not get credit for being a brilliant
serial killer?
Psychopath because he's a moron.
Well, you said there's like
people being homophobic.
Yeah, there is like a like a Ted Bundy like was escaping like jails and courthouse. Do you know what I mean?
He was also just so like charming that he'd be like, "What if I just walk out of this jail?" And they're like, "Ted."
Dahmer would they so wanted to not deal with Dahmer. Like it even in that shows like many times like. He would get caught, and he's like, I deserve this. And then the judge would be like, nah, you're a good dude.
You're gay. That's
tough. It's like, no, I know. I could tell you're a pretty good guy. And this gay black, or no, not the gay, that was like the Asian kid, right? This Asian kid you molested, I don't think you'll do something like that again. I'm going to give you a second chance. He just like gives him a second chance. That guy was like, I'm probably going to jail forever.
Yeah, you got that venom out of your system.
He was like, I plead guilty. And he was like, no, I'm not going to let that happen.
Look at me.
Because he pleaded to like stay in jail for like 3 years or something, and the judge was like, fuck that, I'm letting you go because I think you're an all right guy.
Jesus.
I have a grandson your age. I think that was the line.
Yeah, he goes, so I'm going to...
Remind me of him.
I'm going to drop this because, look, sure you molested that kid in your neighborhood, but I'm not... No problem. You're out.
Well, there's a lot of outcry that people were like, the victims of his family should be paid for the movie, which I don't know if I necessarily agree with, but I do think it's fucking crazy to watch a movie about your uncle getting killed by a serial killer where you're like, that's my uncle.
Jacob, am I wrong on the timeline of that, though? He molested a boy, got like in trouble for that, got let off the hook, and then murdered that kid's brother.
Yes, that was what his brother was one of the last murders, I believe.
Yeah.
It shattered the family.
And I think he just happened to.
He didn't realize.
He didn't realize that it was this kid's brother.
Jesus. Oh, my God.
So weird. So weird.
It's so weird. That's crazy.
Yo, the way he kills that guy, it's like so weird.
Black Lou, we got any calls for first-time impressions?
Not yet. Might want to re-explain it and tell him to call in again.
866.
You say a famous person, and then me and Dan, you can't be one of Dan's... or the ones you know. or the ones you know we do.
Yeah, the Furious
And
Five.
out of left field.
Or you want them to give you an impression?
Yeah, you
or
tell
you
us.
Want them to do the impression?
Throw out a celebrity.
It's me versus Dan. Not even. It's just me and Dan versus the world.
Because we were doing our share, and it was pretty good.
I'm saying, but if you come in talking about a new impression, we'll try to do it.
Oh, what's this girl talking about? It can also, by the way, most of them probably really suck.
Oh, yeah.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun of this.
I mean, they can't all be as brilliant as their share, guys.
866-969-1969. And we'll talk about other stuff, but then we'll just come back to the impressions. Jacob, yes, sir?
Another thing I wanted to bring up, I'm still incensed by seeing Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, and The Rock in every commercial.
Dude, it has gotten so bad. Kevin Hart and The Rock, I can't take it.
Is Kev like? What does overexposure mean?
What do you mean? I mean, he's everywhere.
But I'm saying, what does it mean? Where there's no like. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about. I get it. Like you pay him a lot of money, and it's like it looks good for your company.
Sure.
When he's endorsing it, it's the Capital One card or whatever else DraftKings. He does all this. But at the point,
Sirius XM.
What's the value of paying him? If you're like, I don't know what commercial is going to be what anymore, because I'm like, well, Kevin Hart promotes every. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
how did I not tell you guys?
Coke
this?
or Pepsi or Sprite.
I was flying down to Cleveland, and the lady sitting next to me was on Instagram watching Kevin Hart's stories, laughing in a way that made me feel unsafe. And then later I talked to her, and I was like, "Oh, you're confirmed. You're fucking nuts." She was just pounding red wine, and she's like, "I'm going to this Japanese metal show." She's like, "Oh, I always lose my phone when I'm at a show," and I was like, "That's crazy." I was trying to read, and she's like, "What book are you reading?" I was like, "Lady, knock it off." I was like,
She was Lady Knock It Off? Who wrote that?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's Vonnegut.
Is that Kurt Vonnegut? But she was watching Kevin Hart's stories, crying, laughing. Like in a way where I was like, they're not that funny.
Shonda Pierce is back, by the way.
What do you mean?
I think she's back with a new thing.
She never left.
No, but I think she just has like a very, very new thing out.
Bring it up. Bring up Shonda Pierce. What are you going to say, Jacob?
Well, I'm saying that I want to tell you that those commercials made me make up my own commercials because I'm so incensed that there's such a lack of creativity. These ad agencies should all be fired.
Yeah, I agree.
Fired the same 3 people to do the same stupid commercial. I'll throw this one at you. I have 2 commercials. 2 celebrities.
Okay.
Jay, how about this? You'd appreciate this. The bouncers from Roadhouse in the foot commercial. Right boot. Got it. That's not all you'll get. You have comfort with this shoe. You get those guys. How great would that be?
Yeah, the
like
originals.
Recreating. Yeah, and here's another one. A guy who played Buffalo Bill for Weight Watchers. Are you about a size 12? Not anymore. I used to be. Now I'm a size 5. And that's a Weight Watchers commercial. And then
they go, have you seen Donna? And they go, hey, have you seen Donna? He goes, was she a great big fella? Did she? Not anymore. And then shows her standing in front of her old pants.
He goes, wow. It looks like by managing your diet, you've dropped your weight, and now you can't be my skin suit.
Ted Bundy for
it's safe and better for your health and life.
Wait, did she used to... Wait, was she a great big fat person? And now she's fantastic.
And now she's fabulous.
That's what
she's fabulous and 40.
But you gotta have him break the fourth wall and look right at the camera. He goes, like he opens the door and he goes, was she a great big fat person? But now she loves her body.
I guess 50 is the new 24.
Wow, you've really slimmed down.
Is that my night vision goggles aren't so good. Yeah. Is that Christy Brinkley over there?
Now give me back my fucking dog.
How great would that be?
Now give me back my fucking dog.
Give me back my fucking dog. Wait. Was she used to be fat and now she's incredible? Bow. Give me back my fucking dog.
How great would that be? Wouldn't you want to see that commercial?
I do, Jacob, and I'll tell you what, I like just the way your mind's going. I am.
Yeah.
It's a real comment. I'm a sucker for bring back nostalgia.
Love it.
And if they got the T-Birds together to do like a Summer Nights song parody for a commercial, I'd love
for
it.
real.
But you
Jacob's getting hyped.
no, but he's not wrong because they're just using 3 current stars that just it's constant.
Ha! Pow! It's Kevin Hart. Are you going through menopause?
Dude, Corona beer is all in on Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that
They're
Andy
all
Samberg rapping these knees with my breeze. I was like, I fucking hate this.
It's uncomfortable and weird. And he's got to be on set all day with Snoop Dogg preparing for a thing.
Yeah.
If you put the cast of Aliens in a commercial, I would bone up watching it.
Oh,
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
the possibilities. They do the same 3 lame commercials.
You know who's breaking into that? It's Pete. Pete's getting that Taco Bell money.
Taco Bell, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty,
Smart Water.
The Call of Duty one's crazy. He's just in it because he's a celebrity of like, it's just all different celebrities like they're like rapping or saying something about. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen the Call of Duty.
And then Pete's like, he has like 2 sentences and then
don't shoot me.
No, it's it's part of like a rap, but he just says the part.
Dude, that fucking, I don't know if you saw the clip of Charlemagne and Schultz on their podcast, Brilliant Idiots, but they were talking about Kanye called Charlemagne and was like, my wife is fucking a white boy with a 10-inch dick. And you're like, well, there you go. Confirmed size.
Damn, dude. That's really, what a commercial.
Yeah.
That'll drive you to anti-Semitism.
Pete's not even Jewish.
Yeah, it looks like he could be,
what
though.
difference? You got to blame him anyway.
Looks like he could be Jewish. Sephardic.
Sephardic. He's a Sephardic Jew. Not Ashkenazi.
But yeah, that confirms it. His 10-inch dick white boy. Even if it's not 10 inches.
Cool that it's out there.
Let's say it's 9. It's big. So it's probably approaching 9, if not bigger, right? And maybe it's 10. But my point is, if it's not 9's huge, right?
10 is.
So if it's told to the world that it's 10, who's throwing a tape measure up to it?
If you're 6'7",
you just see his big dick and you go, I know that's a 10-inch dick.
If you're 6'7", you could tell me you're 6'8" or 6'9".
That's my point.
I'll believe you.
That's exactly what I'm saying. You're right. You're not going to put on a tape measure. So if you see his big dick, you go, I guess that's what 10. You just accept the being told to you.
Did Ariana Grande?
Not me. Did I always carry around a loose tape measure?
Did Ariana Grande have a pussy midwife to like take that, like a big woman to be like, hey, can you come in here and have him fuck you because he'll destroy me? She's so tiny. She's like a little pixie.
It's almost the point. The pep in his step in his relationship, as far as like going from Ariana Grande to them being like every celebrity girl ever, is just like he's probably the only person in the world who knows what Ariana Grande is like. Ow, wait a second. Slow face.
You know, I could rip you in half like a log.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, Charlemagne confirmed that on Brilliant Idiots with Schultz.
Pete's got a 10-inch dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, there's a clip of Charlemagne saying that Kanye called him and it was like, you're supposed to be helping me. And he's like, I'm friends with Pete. And he's like, this white boy out here fucking my wife, this white boy with a 10-inch dick. And he just keeps saying it.
But the best part is Christine didn't know the way she answered when I was like, oh, you heard the story? I go, Pete's got a 10-inch dick. She goes, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She goes,
and I was like, yeah.
Feels like,
fuck, do you know that?
Feels like 20 in the room.
A lot of real estate.
You seen that thing live? It's a different show.
It takes up a lot of
I
real
know
estate.
an Eskimo sister.
Oh, yeah, I know an Eskimo sister. And that was when Pete was like 18.
Yeah.
Who is it? My mom?
Yeah, dude.
My mom again?
Terry.
Terry. Some of that Davidson.
What's that, Jacob?
Jacob knows who you're talking about, and he destroys him inside.
I don't even care.
She's just a regular person that's Eskimo sisters with Kim Kardashian.
Jacob, we could throw a condom over your whole body and say you're Pete Davidson's dick. You could probably live some of that life. Hey, I'm Pete Davidson's dick. You are?
Oh my God, I loved you in the Smart Water commercial. I thought you were brilliant in Taco Bell. Why don't they make this in the morning commercial?
So great, yeah, dude. They give them all pothead stuff. Dude, Taco Bell.
Someone put up a video of like the old '89 Schwarzenegger Japanese soda commercial, and you're like, oh yeah, that's what it used to be like when they'd go over to Japan and stay hidden. We just talked about this.
Oh yeah, they let it go because of
yeah, because they're so ashamed. Sylvester Stallone would be doing like Cologne in Germany.
But now they can just do it here.
Yeah, now he's like, I love Bruce.
Now Johnny Depp gets helicoptered out to the desert with wolves.
And they go, cue the wolves. Johnny, start shredding, and action. Every commercial with a celebrity, every commercial, I always think of the same thing. I think of when they're filming the commercial, Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg, whoever the celebrity is, when they go, and cut at the end of the commercial, just knowing that there's someone there to go, that was great. Andy, Snoop, I think we got it. That was phenomenal. That bullshit energy of being like, what a commercial. Kevin loved it. When you barked like a dog, we had to stop ourselves from laughing.
He goes, wow, wow, and wow.
I saw that happen to Kevin Hart at the Cellar. He dropped in, and he went up. And, like, obviously, Keith was there, like, busting his balls or whatever. But then we were all sitting on the stairs because it went Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Louis C.K. And so, like, I showed up, and I was waiting to see Rock and Louis. So I sat on the stairs because you could hear it. And Kevin Hart gets off stage, and there's just, like, a business white guy with a tall model. And he comes out, and he's like, that was awesome. King Baby, you've got to do more about King Baby. He was clearly a guy that's not a comic because of the way he was talking about the joke. And just watching Kevin be like, yeah, man, okay. And you're like, you don't want to tell him fuck off? You're like, who are you? He's got to be some, you know what I mean?
Somebody in his camp or something?
I think it was just like a very successful guy that he was friends with because the guy was like,
by someone who's like, he knew Kev, but yeah, he was like, giving
he knew him. But it was like,
it was probably like the executive, like owner of Tommy John.
Something like that. That's exactly it. Where he was like, oh my God, King Baby, and just like his tall, like ghostly white girl.
Like we're both rich, so I could probably give you some tags for this.
Exactly it. That was exactly it. He was wealthy enough to be like, I'll give a comedian tags.
He goes, oh, Kev, here's the notes. Okay, baby, the first stuff, good, heavy hitting stuff. I'd lay off that little stuff's a little dark for me.
But I remember them going, oh my God, there's so much there. The King Baby, there's so much there.
Oh, fuck. I tried to think, what's the King Baby bit?
I don't know. It's probably somebody's like, so, bam, my baby's a king.
Okay, so now, baby's like the king of the house. Bam, boom, skip, scat.
Let's see what first time impressions we're going to try. Black Lou, do we get some calls?
Yeah, there's quite a few calls here.
Mm-hmm. Let's give us the name of the caller, and then we'll try the impression.
Okay, this one is for both Dan and Jay. It's Brad. He'd like you guys to do Roseanne Barr and Don Knotts.
Well, we got to do one at a time.
Who does who?
Well, no, I think here's the whole point of this. We're both going to try it.
Oh, I thought we were having a conversation with Roseanne and Don Knotts.
No, this ain't groundlings, dog.
All right, who goes? Odds even. I'll call odds. Let's throw odds. Who goes first? 1, 2, 3. Evens. You win, so you go first. You get first dibs, and then I go first with the next one.
It's me, Roseanne Barr. I'm the queen. I'm the domestic queen.
Berg.
Yeah, dude, they're all going to go somewhere.
Dan, I told you my tits are fat.
What do you got?
Everybody says my husband Tom was a drug addict, but I don't know.
You got a better Roseanne.
It's not good though.
Do your Don Knotts now.
Okay, damn.
It's hard when you go first.
I need to hear a little Knotts.
No, dude, you got to go off the top of the dome, dude.
Oh,
What's
man.
your Don Knotts?
Mr. Furley, I'm trying to think of a...
Well, what do you...
Well, you kids, you gotta do the thing. Andy, why would you do the thing?
That's a good Don Knotts, dude. That's a good Don Knotts. Well, what do you mean, Andy? Show me your penis. I want to play with it.
Dude, this is stressful. First time impressions are stressful. Oh,
these are awful. I'm not gonna lie, dude. You won that. You got Don Knotts and Roseanne.
No, it's not verses.
You're right. It's together.
We're finding out, moving forward, who does the Roseanne and Don Knotts impressions.
And right now it's you.
And maybe that's what I do.
Black Lou, what else you got?
We have Carter asking for a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's one of Dan's jams.
You, of all people, should know. I never in my life wore black silk underwear.
Yeah, I bow to the king on
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, it's not even that good of one.
Tell whoever that was to go fuck themselves.
What else you got? Do another one. And another one.
Robert's asking for Gilbert Gottfried from both of you guys.
We've done it on the show. I go first from Gilbert. Sure.
I don't know. What do you kids think with the thing? And I'm over here, and he says we gotta do.
No, it's not him.
Why would I forget Just say that.
I used to do Gilbert Gottfried, Michelle Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Like, writing for the correspondent. Because they're the same shriek level.
The same
Yeah, that
tone.
works. Oh, yeah. See what I mean?
I fucking love it.
A Jew and a black go into a bar. I want to know how the towers fell.
It's a loose change.
We're going to do all
Gottfried.
conspiracy theories. Black Lou will do one more, and then we'll take our last break.
I don't know if you guys know this one. Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe.
Don't remember.
Cobra. Of course. G.I. Joe.
I think he had like a slithery voice,
Because
right?
he was a snake. I'm a little gay Cobra Commander. I'll suck you off. I'm a little gay and little commander. Destro, I'll blow you.
Is it the last one?
That was pretty good. Gay Cobra Commander.
Oh, yeah, don't worry.
I mean, don't, dog. Of course we're getting the JOC and Fell Dog. Not today. We're going to need an hour to that's a deep dive. Jerry O'Connell and Corey Feldman performed together.
Probably live show tomorrow.
Live show tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just like bummed. We always get hopped up when we haven't been on mic together in a while. It's been a week, so.
Well, we got to take our long break right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then come back and we have a little bit of show. That's not enough time for us.
No, it's definitely not enough time for that, but we will be right back.
Yeah.
Can we say again that our Skankfest show is this Thursday?
It is a tour de force by Jacob Patat.
Oh, it's Jacob's moment.
Christine was running shit. Christine was the general. We're going to play you the whole Skankfest episode, and then we also have a recap that we'll put in at the end. But, today we're live. Half in studio. Some of us at home.
Some of us care more than others.
Some of us, Big J's going to be at the Kansas City Improv this Friday and Saturday, October 28th and 29th. And then at the Miami Improv, November 3rd through the 5th. After that, he's got Salt Lake City, Philadelphia for Thanksgiving, and Austin. For tickets and other tour dates, visit bigjcomedy.com.
Oh, and I apologize to everybody from Irvine Improv. I was, I guess it was like an assistant mess up or something with my agent, but like something when one assistant left, the other one came, there was a mix-up in booking. So I was booked in Miami and Irvine. I think they rescheduled to Irvine.
Got it. So
my apologies, people. That weekend I am going to be in Miami. Apologies, Irvine. Rescheduled for sure. I'm excited to come out there. I want to do it. Dan Soder's going to be at Zany's Nashville, one of my faves, November 11th and 12th. After that, he's going to be in Michigan, Houston, Brooklyn, and Philadelphia. What's in Brooklyn?
Bell House, December 10th.
Bell House thing? Yeah.
Doing 2 shows on a Saturday.
Fuck yeah,
Bell
dude.
House.
Hell yeah. For tickets and all tour dates, go to dansoder.com. And we'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
That's a post.
It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Self-hatred's such a great motivator.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why when people complain about not being able to lose weight, or I see people who are obese eating potato chips, like,
Body
shut
positive.
up.
But they're body positive.
It annoys me because I know how hard it is. I hate not eating what I want to eat.
Yeah.
I fucking loathe it.
Right, when they're like, oh, I wish I wasn't this fat.
Then stop eating that shit.
But they're so good.
Shut up.
Tastes
Stop
so
eating
good.
it.
Yeah. It's Jim and Sam. Weekdays at 8 a.m. Eastern, channel 103. Or listen anytime with the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM presents Masterclass. Learn from the world's best.
Optimism is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it.
Arts and entertainment, business, science and tech, wellness, and so much more.
Having the courage to put oneself out there.
You have an indomitable spirit.
Masterclass.
I'm LeVar Burton.
I'm Jane Goodall.
I'm Steve Martin, and welcome to Masterclass. Now on SiriusXM Channel 109 and on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas. Actual Pi customer.
The other workers' comp insurance company, they were going to reclassify our business, and then they were going to charge me $50,000.
Meet Natalie, owner of the carpentry shop. Shocked by an unexpected bill, she knew it was time to switch her workers' comp provider. That's when she found Pi Insurance.
When we got the quote back from Pi, it was a sigh of relief. They put us in a policy where we fit.
Is your small business overpaying for workers' comp insurance? See how much you could save at saveonpi.com. Plus, with pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, which means no additional bill if your business grows.
I'm grateful that there's a company out there that's willing to insure us little guys because every dollar counts.
With Pi Insurance, you get pricing and coverage made for small businesses. What are you waiting for? Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote in 3 minutes at saveonpi.com. That's saveonpie.com.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers career-relevant programs that work for your schedule and tuition that works for your budget. So, as you move into the new year, realize your next success with a degree or certificate from UMGC, an accredited state university helping working adults like you take a leap forward. Apply by February 15th and we'll waive your application fee. Online and hybrid courses available. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
This is a special notice to all U.S. taxpayers. It's good news for all Americans who owe back taxes to the IRS or state and struggling to pay them back. The IRS is now making it easier to settle delinquent tax problems through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative, due to the financial hardship many are facing in this current economic downturn. Qualifying for this program will settle your delinquent tax problem, end all collections, and may even reduce your back taxes by up to 99%. For this free information and to see if you qualify, call the hotline at the Tax Hardship Center by dialing 800-622-1044. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes and cannot afford to pay them, there's no need to worry. You may now qualify to settle your delinquent tax problem and save thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-622-1044. 800-622-1044. That's 800-622-1044.
Everyone's looking to save money these days, but when it comes to truck insurance, your bargain insurance quote may end up being a costly mistake. At OOIDA, our mission is to bring you value with expert advice, great customer service, comprehensive coverage, and easy monthly payments. OOIDA understands owner-operators and their insurance needs better than anyone else. So go to OOIDA.com and make value a part of your business plan.
And now back to the bonfire, live from Skankfest, Las Vegas.
Live from Las Vegas, Skankfest, cha-ching. It's the Bonfire, Sirius XM Faction Talk 103. I'm Dan Soder, that's Big J. Okerson. We're here fucking live at Christine's baby. Christine's fucking motivated, dude.
Where is?
No one getting her way. I don't know.
Christine?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's always on a mission. By the way, it's the only time of the year that I'm like super encouraging too. I'm like, hey, she's like, what? I'm like, you're doing great.
Normally you go, hey, move.
Yeah. I'm still getting yelled at. I'm getting all the yells no one else is getting.
Dude.
Right? I know. And my dick's so not wet.
Oh, poor baby.
She's so busy.
Oh. Dude, you should go get those muscly guys to toss you around.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'd pay for that picture of them picking you up. You guys, you sucking their nipple.
You gotta take video of the whole thing though when they go, yeah!
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever counted the three together.
Yeah.
1, 2,
2, 3.
Ah!
Yeah. He goes, that's the only time before he goes, not with your back, with your legs.
Derek,
he goes, Kara, remember, you gotta lift with your legs. Dude, well, the good thing about being at Skankfest is there's so many guests that we get to choose who and when, or I mean, if they're available.
Live from the world-famous Las Vegas, Nevada, the longest-running show in the history of downtown Las Vegas. It's the Jake Batat Show. Welcome to the stage, the Sultan of Suave, Jake Batat.
Penso che io sogno cosa non ritorni mai più. Mi rivinge che non mane le facce del blu. Poi d'improvviso de nido dal venito rapido e incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. It's time to start the show! It's good to be home. Now, before we settle down and jump in, I want to introduce you all to the man more important to me than my own right hand, the pepper to my salt, the swingin'est cat I know, the lovely Louis Johnson.
Jake, good to be here. It's Vegas, baby.
Jacob, what are you doing?
Well, Lou, last night I met a girl from Morocco that drained me like she worked for Roto-Rooter. So the songs are just flowing out of me. Ba-da-ba-la-la-bamba, ba-da-ba-la-la-bamba, si necesito una poco de gracia. I know, that was a Mexican kid sang that song. It's all the same gibberish to me, though. Moving on. And of course, the man who sets the table for this whole thing. You couldn't get this show moving without him. The one and only DJ Lou and the Bonfire Orchestra.
Blow fucking rules.
Louis, you're a pistol, but I love you.
What the fuck is going on? What are you doing, Jacob?
Sorry, boys. Any show done in Vegas goes through Jake Batat. Or at least gets the okay to happen. And the last time I checked, you didn't check in with my longtime manager, Big Jim Leibowitz.
Big Jim?
So it's my show now. I'm claiming lounge law.
Big Jim is his manager?
Big Jim's last name is Leibowitz.
Listen, boys, I like the cut of your jib. I like that you come here and you try to show these fine folks a few laughs. And let me say something about these two here. I saw these two cats recently in New York City, and I said to myself, I have to have them on my show.
You're on our show.
I haven't laughed that hard since Steve and Edie did it back in '72.
Are you saying we're not as funny as Steve and Edie? Who the fuck is that?
I'm saying if you try, then maybe. Now let's talk to the people, Stan and Ray. Look at this crowd. Look at this crowd. Holy hell, look at this crowd. What happened? Did a bus from Reno get rerouted? Holy hell, looks like a bunch of penny slots came to life.
I like when you give the crowd the business, Jacob.
I always do.
Jake, sorry.
We gotta get this crowd sexy. Oh, I know it's been so long, ever since we've been friends. Every man has his patience, but here's where mine ends. I want your sex. Skoo-doo-be-doo-be-doo. Oh, I want your sex.
You suave motherfucker.
That was I Want Your Sex by George Michael. Great tune.
Late great diva.
Hello, miss. How about you come back and have some oysters and champagne at my room? We can see if you can tap into my Hoover Dam.
You sexed up weirdo. So you're just stealing our show? What are you doing?
Oh, I got depth, baby. Now, many of you may not know this about the man to my right here. But LJ, not too long ago, you became a father.
Shout out, Hendrix.
Now, not having any kids of my own, at least none that I'm aware of.
Dude, he's gonna get laid from this. I promise you, he's gonna get this fucking...
Tell us, LJ, what does it mean to be a father to you?
It's better than any paycheck or any standing ovation. And I gotta say, it's almost as good as a loose white woman and a pile of blow.
There he is. There's our Black King.
Tiger.
You choked up, Jake?
You know, on the show, we like to keep it loose. We like to keep it funny. We like to keep it swinging. But sometimes you hear something that gets you right here. And LJ, what you said right there was one of the most beautiful things I ever heard in my entire life.
Jake.
You are the father that everyone wishes they had for a dad.
Jake, Bobby baby, you know that means the world to me.
Wait, so you got, what is this, like you're Sammy Davis and he's, I don't know, Frank Sinatra?
Hold on a second, boys. And you know, it reminds me of the time in my own life when I was Eiffel Towering this chick with my good friend Desi Arnaz. And let me tell you something, folks. His Cuban Missile was no crisis. I told him afterward he should have called us Prick Lucy because this broad was loving it. This gal knows what I'm talking about, don't you, sweetheart? Sure you do.
Dude, you might get beat up by one of their boyfriends. So what is this, like the Rat Pack?
Better than that, right, LJ?
Damn right, those guys were amateurs.
Make the sun shine. The Candyman can. Fun fact, Sammy Davis Jr. used to use his glass eye as a butt plug. Pop it right back in his socket when he was done. That little guy was a freaky deaky.
Jake,
I like this guy.
I'm glad you've been hiding this guy right in plain sight this whole time. Well, why don't you and your co-host stand over there at that table?
JB.
Because you guys interrupted.
Come on back, let's have our cocktails, player.
Whatever you say, LJ.
Swinging Jake Baton. Wow.
Let's hang back.
This is what you've done, Vegas. You've changed our sweet producer into a fucking velvet pussy hound. We actually had other guests before we were interrupted.
Is he drinking whiskey?
I don't know.
We're having a couple of cocktails here. You got a problem, buddy?
All right, no problem at all, Jake.
Damn. I feel like they're gonna steal this show from us by the end.
Damn right.
Well, our original guests, which I think are ready, there they are. You guys, we've had some turmoil with them, but we've brought them on the show to squash the beef and say goodbye peacefully. They're two of the most handsomest boys in the world.
They really are.
Josh Adam Myers and Justin Silver, the Himbos. Wow.
What's up, slobs?
Buddy. Damn.
Hi. Hi,
Damn, this is like a fucking peacock parade.
Yeah. Justin, you look like Jonathan Gavis.
This is how I am now.
Dude, don't hate on him for that fucking sick outfit.
You wish you could dress like that, but you're too busy wearing shorts.
For those of you on the side and listening at home, Justin is in a full black and gold tracksuit with a shirt on that says, "Fuck Las Vegas."
There you go, baby. Fuck this town. This town fucking stinks.
I don't think they went with you on that one. I think they like Las Vegas.
Floyd Mayweather whores in a fountain. Fuck this place.
Are you guys mad because you're strong enough to lift women over your head, but they would still be standing on the ground if you did it?
God damn it.
It's all right, we're strong.
God damn it.
Jay, they'd have to go,
we're titty view, that's fine.
They'd have to go, wow. You're so strong.
I feel like we'd be sitting down.
Oh my God, how high am I? Don't drop me.
Oh, no. I mean, I think Vegas is a perfect place for himbos.
It's too fucking himbo here.
Oh, you feel like you don't just like...
You got
Himbos. 2 hymns that are bims. That's a funny title, Dan and Jay. I told you these two had it going on. You make me laugh. You tickle my funny bone.
Thanks, Jake. We got a real fucking alpha out situation.
Yeah. Dude, Jacob's gone full bow.
Dude, he's trying to fucking muscle everyone out. I don't know what's going on.
He's got some fucking pipes, huh?
I was going to ask you guys, what's the best place to go himbo watching in Vegas? New Strip?
Palms Pool, right? Something like
Gotta be the pool or the gym at the Excelsior.
Which pool?
The one at our hotel, baby.
That's, you just set the sights wherever you go?
Yeah, Golden Nugget has the finest bimbos.
No, there's no way that's true.
I like grungy women.
It has the biggest bimbos. Let me say it that way.
Were you down there? Were you himboing out at the pool?
Yeah, I fucking tanned today.
Yeah, look how tan he is, dude.
I tanned out today.
He got a workout in and everything.
Did you guys, how many times in the 2 days you've been here have you gone to the gym?
I haven't gone yet.
I haven't gone to the gym yet.
I haven't gone yet.
Are you just fucking tweaking for
Yeah, they
him?
really are. Don't even bring it up, dude. It's a fucking sore subject. It's been...
I told you backstage, no pump talk.
I get to work out and get my cardio in at the goddamn comedy jam later. With all of these fucking ugly motherfuckers. You guys are very sweet. I'm sorry.
LJ, get a load of these two.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen that much beefcake since we were invited to that pool party at our good friend Liberace's. And let me tell you something, folks. You never seen more sucking and fucking in all your life. Why, there were more holes filled that day than in all of Blackburn, Lancashire.
Some things you can't unsee.
Why would you want to, baby?
Dude, the new Jacob.
I don't know. I really feel like he's trying to alpha you guys out. Jacob, do you have Jake, do you have a problem with the himbos?
Jacob?
Listen here, nitwits. Never boast like this in front of a guy who went balls deep in an 18-year-old Angie Dickinson. I'm talking decades before she was policewoman, you son of a bitch.
Whoa, that's a lot of heat towards you guys.
A lot of heat. Also, anybody notice Jacob's awkwardly placed body hair? It's like Pangea.
What's Pangea?
I don't know.
You know what? I waited for it to quiet down, and thank you for asking.
Is there something healthy?
Thanks for asking for all of us.
Jacob, do you have an actual problem with the himbos?
Jacob?
I don't like their attitude, boys.
So what do you want to do? It seems like there's only room on this stage for just one duo of hot men. Not us.
Yeah, we have to be here.
Contractually.
You're killing it, Dan.
I think we need to do a cool-off. Let's see who's cooler. Himbos or Jake and Lou?
How do we do that? Guitar solos?
How do we do that?
We don't have guitars. We'll ask some questions. Okay. Who's the most famous...
Bring it on, boys. Bring it on.
Who's the most famous person you've had sex with, Josh?
Me.
Famous?
Yeah, someone that we would know, of notoriety.
Does Chelsea Clinton's neighbor count?
It's one of your homies.
Condoleezza Rice.
That'd be awesome.
Whoever ever last fucked, because him and I are the same person.
Same voice.
Justin?
Oh, shit. I don't know if I can say it on here.
Hey,
because they gotta prep us.
We're definitely just recording this.
John Hamm.
Say
He's got nothing.
Who's
You, Jacob? What about you?
Yeah, who's the most famous person you fucked?
Holy hell, Dan and Jay. Listening to these two is like listening to a broad at dinner drone on about her big brain.
All right, who have you fucked that's famous?
You know, you've got to make him express how it feels. 'Cause baby, then you'll know your love is real. Express yourself. That was Express Yourself by Madonna. Great tune. Funny story. I once banged Madonna in an Eyes Wide Shut party, wearing a couple of weirdo masks. Her fruity dancers threw rose petals on us and poured candle wax on my scrotum. Oh, while a bunch of costume jerk-offs looked on. Fun times! Take that, boys, take that.
Shit.
Black Lou?
That's pretty good.
Take it home, LJ.
Wink it at me.
Celine Dion?
I caved once.
Well, I don't know. That's a good win. I think I have to give it to Jake for fucking Madonna.
I mean,
Yeah, I think you'd have to.
Jake, I don't know why you got such a problem with the himbos.
Yeah,
Jacob, we love you.
Continue with this farce. Go on, then.
All right, well, what should we ask you, cool guy? What makes you cooler than the himbos?
Look at me, baby. Just look at me. You know, LJ, I'm hearing a lot of this from these two. But what I'm not hearing is this. And I think it's time we show these two space cadets just how it's done. DJ Lou and the Bonfire Orchestra, hit it! That's how it's done, baby.
Fuck, that was
That's
awesome.
what the people want, and that's how you swing.
Jake Batat, Lewis Johnson, Josh Adam Myers, and Justin Silver. The himbos.
You know, Dan and Jay, I just want to say this before I go. I don't know who's running this shindig. But if it were up to me, I would change the name of this festival from Skankfest to Classfest, because that's what you people are, pure class. Thank you. We love you all.
Fuck.
Swinging Jakey Baton, everybody.
Oh, and hey, Big J, I can tell you've been around. Let's grab a drink after the show and swap some trim stories.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jake Batat, Lewis Johnson.
Love you, everybody.
We're going to take a break. We're going to be right back.
The himbos.
The himbos. We're hanging out. It's the Bonfire, live at Skankfest.
All this week, tune to SiriusXM's The Catholic Channel for the life, career, and funeral of Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. Direct from Rome, hear a special conversation with Cardinal Dolan and Remembering the Life with Father Dave Dwyer and Lino Rulli. Thursday, hear the historic funeral presided over by Pope Francis from Vatican City. Remembering Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. All this week on The Catholic Channel, SiriusXM 129 and on the SXM app.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. Hey, small business owner, when's the last time you checked your workers' comp rate? For many small businesses, workers' comp insurance is one of their biggest costs, but some don't check their rate often. Did you know rates can vary? In fact, taking 3 minutes to check your rate with Pi Insurance could save you up to 30%. Just go to saveonpi.com, share a few details about your business, and get a quote that's customized for you with no hassle or hidden fees. We know you're busy, but spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, with Pi, you can have peace of mind knowing your employees are protected. Our team of friendly customer representatives are just a call away, ready to help. It's no wonder customers rate us excellent on Trustpilot. Find out how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or get a quote at saveonpi.com. That's saveonpie.com.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers career-relevant programs that work for your schedule and tuition that works for your budget. So, as you move into the new year, realize your next success with a degree or certificate from UMGC, an accredited state university helping working adults like you take a leap forward. Apply by February 15th and we'll waive your application fee. Online and hybrid courses available. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
Grab your cowboy hat and strap on those boots because Yellowstone is back. And good news, partner. Philo is the most affordable way to watch the new season. What's Philo, you ask? Well, I reckon it's the best darn way to watch 60-plus channels of live and on-demand TV. Get all your favorites like MTV, VH1, AMC, Discovery, Paramount Network, Nickelodeon, and more, all for just $25 a month. You can watch Philo with your laptop, tablet, phone, or TV and stream 3 devices at a time. It even lets you create multiple profiles. So, unlike those rowdy Duttons, you and your family can keep the peace and never have to fight over what to watch. And it has an unlimited DVR that lets you save all the best stuff, like Yellowstone, of course, for a whole year. With Philo, you get more of what you love for less money and way less hassle. Now's the perfect time to get back in the saddle and start watching Yellowstone. Visit philo.tv to get started. That's PHILO.tv.
Donate your vehicle to carsforkids.org and help kids in your community go from surviving to thriving. We take vehicles running or not, and towing is free. At the original Cars for Kids, you can rest assured you're giving to a trustworthy charity that gives kids a second chance to build a better future. So call 866-835-5437 to write off the car and not the kid. And remember, donate your car to carsforkids.org.
And now, back to the bonfire with Big...
The Jerry O'Connell and Feld Dog, we've seen it. Whoa! We the second it dropped, it was we were alerted. We just need some time to dig in, and Jay's right, explaining context.
It's a lot of context.
A lot of context.
We have a real history. For someone we've never met, we have a real history with Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Man, we were daydreaming today about him just walking into the studio one day.
Man, if we can get in the studio with Feldman.
Black Lou proposed doing it Paris Hilton style.
I mean, it worked for Paris Hilton. And at the end of the fucking interview, she was like, "You guys are way better than I thought you were going to be."
He's doing some show.
Dance towards him.
He's doing some show with all the Lost Boys music, I think, now or something.
I don't know, but
somebody.
We'll figure it out. We're going to get into it tomorrow.
He doesn't just touch each other or something.
He doesn't have one picture where he's not holding a fake crystal ball in front of him.
I love it, dude. He's a majestic man.
My favorite.
He's a majestic man. Entering the studio. Longtime friend, hilarious. He's got a new special out right now called Live in a Bowling Alley on YouTube. Please welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show, Graham K.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. I don't know why I said everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
A lot of us here. Jacob's at home.
Jacob's at home, mending. He's on the mend.
He is on the mend. Graham, welcome. Congrats on the new special.
Thanks.
Live from a bowling alley?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I filmed it in a bowling alley.
Where at?
At the Gutter.
Gutter's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Where is it? Is it New York?
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
New York venue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's where they do CYSK, Comedians You Should Know.
Oh, okay.
And very hip, very cool.
Cool room. Great room, too.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a cool room. So it's like a bar, but they have like a bowling alley on one side and like a kind of like, pool and like whatever in the middle. And then in the back they have like a stage area.
Okay. Yeah. Did you dress it up for the special, or just kind of leave it the way it is?
I dressed it up. I hired a bunch of people did me favors, like people that work for like HBO, and I had like people like the lighting person put some special tube lights in the back, and it looks really cool.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a bowling alley.
Which just happens to be a bowling alley.
That is fun now, though, where where's comedy is going is some people are like, there's more community of people coming together and being like, well, are we going to build Graham a special or what?
Yeah.
And it's like all these people coming together like saving the, you know what I mean?
You've got to help this lost idiot.
Yeah, I like that. Because it used to just be very corporate or whatever. But even the way Jay just filmed his special at Live at Skankfest, people came together that work in the business that were like, hell yeah, I'll fucking work on that. You know?
Yeah, no, it's nice. Yeah, favors. Thank God.
But that's what comedy's like. You see, it's good. It's fun seeing good comics get favors from people that they know to be like, yeah.
It's a scary. You did it yourself.
Are you talking about Jay?
Yeah, specifically.
You self-produced. You self-produced it, everything, right?
Yeah, I did everything.
So that's it's a scary endeavor. I know I just did it too. So it's a very like I hope this is well received because
you kind of have like a bit more of a following than me. So it's like you have like a whole thing.
Well,
You know?
Legion of Skanks and stuff for sure.
But this
I'm
is
just
nice.
a guy. Like,
But what's good is
just a regular. I'm just, you know.
But this is what all of us have to do. You have to go do press runs and get
Yeah.
people to. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and now you have a thing that lives. What I like about the YouTube model, and what I think is great about it, is everyone can see it.
Yeah.
There's no. There's not
100%.
like. I think like. I wish I was able to take like my HBO special and put it on YouTube. I wish that would have been part of the deal. And now you see Netflix doing that with people.
Yep.
With the few specials they do give out, they're signing these deals where they're like, "Hey, I'll put 30 minutes out on YouTube so you can watch it.
Oh, cool.
And then you can watch the rest on
Interesting.
Netflix."
I always thought that like Nate Bargatze's getting huge right now. I opened for him and
He's not getting it. He is huge.
He is huge.
He's doing arenas.
But I mean like next level arena huge. Like I literally on this last weekend we were doing, I saw the change. The first date, the Thursday.
His big boy voice came in.
He goes, "Hey man, you ever be dating your wife?"
Hi.
What?
He goes,
Okay,
"What?
that's pretty weird.
My wife.
I had no idea this was going to happen.
Well, how do you do? I'm older Nate Bargatze.
Bargatze, yeah.
So, but you said you saw the turn. What did you see?
Like the first Thursday was like I think one of his last theater dates, and then it's like
Last theater dates, and me and Jay are like, yeah, fucking.
Yeah, theater dates sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty fucking sick.
There's like two
That
levels.
does sound better than 200 people in Orlando in a 400-seat room.
I don't think
Can I
so.
tell you right now, that does feel better than a half-filled Charlotte Comedy Zone.
I doubt that.
Yeah.
The Charlotte Comedy Zone?
Yeah, but so you're seeing like you saw shows because we're all friends with Nate.
Yeah.
We've all been friends with Nate for a long time, but you go on the road with Nate and you've seen the turn from like
Right.
doing one theater show a night to 2 theater shows in
Yeah.
a night to 4 in a weekend.
So we can't fit 4 in a night. You know, there's just these.
That's so
the
funny.
guy
Have you
who
done
works
3?
the ropes can't do it.
Has he done 3?
He's done. Yeah, I think he's done 3 once. No,
That's so
yeah.
crazy. You're
But-
turning around 1,500 people.
Yeah, and I guess it's just too much for the guy who like pulls on the curtain.
Yeah.
And so they got to do a bigger venue. Anyway, what I was going to say is that I think that would have happened 5 years earlier had his Comedy Central specials been on YouTube.
Absolutely.
I think
maybe.
that like because those are so great, and it's like I think his hour-long Comedy Central special came out during that huge Pacquiao fight that happened like 5 years
No, it
ago,
did. It
where it shut down society.
What I loved is that was the most Nate thing.
Yeah.
Because for a while, Nate's caught the break. Like now he's riding the wave. But
Yeah.
for a while, if you were friends with Nate, you always saw him get stopped in a hilarious way.
Yeah.
Where he would do like for instance, he moved to Los Angeles and then he was back here doing sets, and that's when Jimmy Fallon found him out and was like, "Well, now you got to come through New York. I'm not going to develop you in L.A. You got to develop in New York." So now he's living in L.A., flying back to New York all the time. But then he filmed Part-Time Magic, and the special was incredible. He filmed it at the Gramercy Theater, and it was still when hours on Comedy Central meant something, and it was like building up, and then Comedy Central has a call with Nate, and they go, "We got your air date. It's May 5th." And May 5th was Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, a fight that had boxing fan. I mean, the whole world was waiting to see.
It was more than boxing. It was like girls I know who are like aren't into sports were like, "We're going to see that Pacquiao fight?"
Pacquiao versus Mayweather, but Nate just having that, you're right. It did.
Yeah.
It was like it was very fun. I
It
remember
was so funny, and they air it once. It's not like they.
Well, that's where Jay and I both.
Yeah, the
Jay and
era
I,
of accessibility is important.
Yeah, and Jay has an incredible special live at Webster Hall that was also on Comedy Central, and it was like Comedy Central really fucked up getting it out there, like putting stuff out there because
We're on Paramount Plus now.
Yeah, but they really believed in like
Another person to hate.
But it's a little too little, too late kind of thing. Where you're like, man, that really could have. They should have put it. I think what Comedy Central should have done at the beginning was put half hours on YouTube. Once they aired the Comedy Central half hours.
Yeah.
Well, they had a whole thing for a while where all the half hours were on Netflix because we used to watch them on Netflix all the time. It was so exciting when that came out. And then they completely wiped and they tried to do CC Direct. So everybody tried to do their own online programming for a period of time. I mean, CC Direct, all that shit.
This will make you laugh. That this weekend, the guy hosting for me, very nice guy named Marvin in Orlando, big fan, very big fan. But 100% of the shows brought me up as from Comedy Central Radio's The Bonfire.
That's great.
And the podcast, you guys all know him. I love him from Legion of Skank.
Just one.
That's
Just
always
just the smell.
I always think that when people, because that happens a lot, and I always think they're going like, that's kind of like a cool ironic title, like a legion of a thing, and it's like, but that's not what it is.
Yeah.
No.
You're making up this heady response. It's not.
No, it actually meant like a legion of whores.
Yeah. It's hard to have a full legion with one.
Yeah. Now there's three
That's
of
a
us.
very yeah.
Yeah, we were talking before you came in here about high school experiences.
We're talking about cheating. That's what got us into it. Like how kids now must cheat. We had a couple teachers call in and say that it's very like
it's high tech now.
It's high tech. Kids can take pictures of the test, and then there's like apps that'll find it in a fucking textbook and give you the answer on like actual like math or science questions.
That would way better than what I did when I was in university and.
Now university is high school, correct? In Canada.
Yes, everything is backwards.
Yeah. Okay. So
is?
university is high school.
Yeah.
It is?
Yes.
I thought university was college, though, just called university.
And math class is gymnasium. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, welcome to the world,
Yeah,
Jason.
dude.
Open your
I've
eyes.
just been woken up.
Yeah.
How did you cheat in high school?
Every morning I force on my left shoe onto my right foot.
Shut up,
Yep,
dude.
and I do the other one on the other foot.
What?
I go, why am I from Canada? Ow, ow, ow.
He goes, I pray to Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
Please, honey, shrunk my heart.
Well, it was a national day of mourning when he got punched in the face in New York City.
That should have been. I felt terrible.
Yeah, I wanted to apologize to him myself.
That was the funniest thing we said, though, after that. We go, when you punch, do you think after he hit him, like, he got 10 steps away and he goes, yeah, that was Rick Moranis, wasn't it?
Son of a bitch. I just punched
like
Little
that
Shop of Horrors.
He goes, I just punched the gatekeeper.
Oh, my
Is that
God.
the gatekeeper?
Oh, my God. I just hit Little Giants, man.
What I did in college is
College is...
I know.
College. High school? Is that middle school? What is college?
American University.
American University.
Yeah, the one after
High school.
post-secondary education.
Okay.
So
secondary was high school for you.
That's right.
And then university was college.
That's
so unnecessarily confusing.
That's what it is. Sorry to confuse you. High school is called secondary school in Canada, and then college is called university. So you were.
So what's post-secondary?
It's also
okay. So I was trying to be clear, and I guess that didn't help.
No.
So we call high school, and then we call
college
university. But if we have college, but that's where you like learn how to like repair a VCR or something.
That's a tech school.
Tech schools.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they do that anymore. I think they moved on to DVDs.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
DVD repair.
We had ours was called Scrock, and it was like, where you learned blue collar shit.
Yeah. And they make more money than me, who learned history.
And like, you know, heating, cooling, any kind of tech, Lincoln Tech.
Shout out HVACs.
A lot of people doing HVAC listen to this show.
I love it.
This is actually a very good way to cheat if you ever want to cheat. I could not pass. So I took a guitar because I thought it would raise my GPA in college.
Yeah. You thought it was going to be an easy class.
It was by far my hardest. I'm bad at guitar. It's like
just first day in, it's just some old rocker who's like, here's what we're going to do here. We're going to
high school?
This is at university.
College. Just think of a college, like
university.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but you're saying college and university are two separate things.
Right. I'm trying to come to your side. I'm just trying to be
saying
like
college
school.
for us.
Yeah.
He's calling it college for us, but in Canada it's called university.
I will kill myself right here.
Community college.
This is how he trick you, dude.
Do you call it university football on Saturdays? I hate this place.
I don't like any of this shit. So you're in post-secondary school.
That's right.
And you're taking guitar, and the guy was just like, you have to be really good at guitar?
Well, he was just really good, and other people already, like, people who take guitar, everyone was doing it who already played guitar. And I was, like, the only person who was actually a beginner at guitar. Right. And also, I'm
just holding his hands on the neck. He's like, so, I strum?
Then crazy, this is med school, you're saying.
Yeah. So when you went in there, you're like, I want to learn guitar, and they're like, this is 301.
Everyone was super sick. He was incredible. He was like a classical guitar player.
Can you play?
That people knew
Can you
about.
play now?
No.
You didn't learn it at all.
I only know E minor. That's all I know.
Well, how did you?
I thought you were going to say a song. I only know the beginning of Hotel California.
I want to know how he fucking cheated. He had Eric Clapton dress up like him.
You air guitar while playing, just made the faces.
They go, there's no way a guy can lie like that.
This is true. In junior high, I passed music class because I had trombone and I didn't know anything. I just copied everyone's arm movements, and I literally went boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, like I sang into the mouthpiece.
Nice.
And I was like a little step behind all the arm movements, but they're like, "Well, he's good. He got
Steven
it."
Scott somewhere shaking. He's
C
got the
minus?
chills.
Yeah.
Steven Scott was like,
it was so simple and right in front of me the whole time.
Cheat trombone.
That's the easiest one to cheat. You just match what all those other fucking guys are doing.
There's a group of people trombone.
Yeah.
So
guitar class, what do you do? He's just like, Angus Young comes in, he's like, my name's Graham K. He just starts doing the strut.
I'd act like it's never tuned. Like, hang on.
No, I have perfect tuning. This isn't tuned.
You go, is this a Fender? I can't play Fender.
He goes, Mr. K, we've tuned this over and over again. He goes,
it's perfect. He goes, it's
still not right.
No, you don't have what I have.
Is this drop D? Because I'm thinking about shredding on some corn.
I'm just making up the drop.
Do you want me to? You're like talking to him. You go, you just want me to play like anything, or are we sure this is in key?
Yeah.
He goes, I don't know.
Professor Slash. Does this work?
Are you sure this is a guitar?
Excuse me, Professor DeVille?
Yeah, he goes,
is this
Professor Nuge? Can I ask you a question real quick? Is this shredding or not?
I was hoping to play more of a winged electric guitar. So how did you cheat in guitar?
It was a written test.
Oh, man.
So what I did is, and I did this also for like the science credit. I had a history degree and I was bad at science. You need to take one science course. I also did this for guitar. I printed out all of the answers, like to what I thought they would be. Like, they're going to be 1 to 10 things, and so you print out all of the things in like 0.3 font on a laser printer. And
you could also 2 or 4 font works pretty well too.
Whatever it is, and make it long and do it on a white pen and get a white pen and then scotch tape it onto your white pen on one side, and when they come by to check, see if you're cheating, you just flip over your pen. And then that side of the pen has no writing on it. And then I bought readers from like Walgreens.
Sure.
And so I could see the writing.
That's crazy.
Oh, you get the magnifying
glass. Did that
glass.
not give you headaches?
Yeah.
Were you like,
They have the old lady chain on. He goes,
Graham, are you all right over there? You go, yes. I'm about to throw up.
Oh, power chords, yes.
I'm trying to read this crossword puzzle.
I do think that
power chords.
Keith Richards wrote Satisfaction in his sleep.
Swing arm round and around like Peter Townsend.
And so you cheated and got through and got it?
Yes, see.
That's all you need,
get
man.
degrees, baby.
That's right, baby.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Was your high school a big school spirit? Like school, was everyone very involved in like the school there, or was like I felt very disconnected from school?
No one is involved in Canada.
At all.
Well, they are a little bit, but not like here. Like people are like, UC Santa Barbara, yeah, and then they like hug. It's like,
but not even. But that's college. You're saying
high
university.
school,
I'm saying high school, like your high school, like 9th, 10th, 11th.
You played sports. You played hockey and football.
I got sent to boot camp, so I hated it, and I hated everyone there.
Boot camp?
Yeah.
For what?
I had obsessive compulsive disorder, and I was too embarrassed to tell my parents that if I didn't touch everything 3 times, I thought my face was going to change into a killer I saw on the TV. That I just told them I was on drugs.
Okay.
And then they were like, drugs are bad, and they sent me to boot camp.
Right? Really?
Yeah.
Instead of just going like, I'm a weirdo.
Well, you're like
I'm
14.
not on drugs. I just have to touch things.
Yeah, you're like 14, so you're like, it's too embarrassing. I'd rather drugs are way cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I'll just do some fucking drugs.
I'll just pretend I'm on drugs, and people think I'm a badass, and there's some weirdo who twitches.
And you go to boot camp, and you're with all these kids that have, dare I say, behavioral issues.
Yeah.
Was it just like, I should have just told them I had OCD?
Yeah. They sent me to Saskatchewan. It's like the worst place. It's north of North Dakota. I'm from like a city of 1 million people. Half my live downtown. Half my high school is white, and the others are
Black Lieutenant
miscellaneous.
He's like, nice.
Yeah.
Half white high school. Okay,
I'm digging it. And then they sent you to Saskatchewan.
Yeah, which is like exactly what it sounds like. It's just cold. There's nobody there. There's like that is like the only non-white
Inuit.
people are Inuit people, yeah.
They
hate white people. Our hockey team.
Why? Because we built awesome stuff on their stupid land.
Yeah, Yeah.
You're welcome.
Roller coasters?
Yeah, you're welcome for putting a fucking water park on this ice patch.
Yeah, sorry, is scared of heights.
Yeah.
But maybe we were bringing in some fun shit, you know?
Yeah.
Chief Queasy Balls?
Yeah,
Just because your ancestors are buried here doesn't mean we can't put a roller coaster with.
Yeah, also, know your audience.
We'll move the headstones, but we won't move the bodies.
You're talking to Loves Icy Cones. That's my native name. I love desserts, but runs with funnel cake. So you go to Saskatchewan. Did you get better at hockey because you're like in a cold area? It's just it's all kids that are mean and good at fighting.
I got better at fighting, and then I tore my hip, which is still a problem. I'm getting hip surgery on November 10th.
What are you, the Undertaker?
This is a real question. Have you and Justin Silver ever like talk bonded over these things? You have very similar stories.
Yeah,
Justin had the same like crazy OCD growing up.
Yeah.
I think he did start fucking around with drugs. Got sent off to one of those schools. He just this weekend went on like a getaway with like the kids from that school, but it was like the same kind of thing like that he had there. Like
he went to like military camp.
A bunch of
not a
twitchy
military.
kids?
It was like a bunch of like bad kids. They just kind of put together and they'd all like, dude, they'd all bond.
We went to continuation school. It's not like OCD school, but it's still like just all the bad kids thrown together.
There's no OCD school.
It's so funny.
Yeah, everyone looks like that magnetic football game. That's their football team.
A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. Okay, now we
I can do
won't
this 137 times.
Christine, it's very funny knowing that you went to alternative high school because I would have, if you would have told me that much earlier in our friendship, that would have explained a lot.
When did you go to alternative high school?
I went to Redondo Shores. That was the continuation school.
What's continuation school?
Continuation school is like when you
in Canada. That's our university.
Oh yeah. Well, you go to continuation school, so you get taken out of regular high school, and you go to like an easier school where it's like part independent study and like part classes, and then you can also
for the Tardos.
You can
gotcha.
also like
Wink,
from
wink.
continuation school go to Scrock, which is where you learn like mechanics, hairdressing.
I'll tell you right
like,
now,
skills.
They thought Christine was going to be a lesbian building houses.
I went straight from continuation school to beauty school.
Yeah,
send her to Scrock.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what I did.
The alternative high school kids were always like, when they show up at parties, you'd be like, all right, this is getting dicey.
Yeah, we knew the drug dealers because I went to one in Redondo, and then my friend Emily went to the one Sherry in Torrance. So we knew like the drug dealers from both of the schools.
Pretty good knowledge.
We were hooked up.
Good knowledge to have.
Oh.
Sorry. Almost choked on my own spit.
No problem.
When you came back home, when you came back to Ottawa, were you like
face tattoos?
Were you like a badass?
Scars.
I had nothing to do but work out, and I gained 50 pounds. I
was,
was
pure muscle?
Yeah, I was like 245 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Yoked.
Yeah, just jacked.
I was way bigger than I am now.
Graham's like a big guy, too.
Like fucking jacked.
I was jacked. People were like scared of me and stuff. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
Did you get ladies being like, I need to tame this Saskatchewan beast?
I like girls who didn't like me. Like I like artsy girls. And then I remember I took off my shirt and this girl just started laughing at me. Like it was like my first girlfriend. I took off my shirt for the first time, and she was just laughing because I had like a gigantic chest. Like she had been dating like wafy artsy
she was
guys.
just kind of laughing because
like,
it was like such a weird, different thing.
She's like, Jesus Christ, I got a beefcake.
Yeah, she's like,
that is a funny reaction that I surprised doesn't happen more. A girl's kind of laughing and goes, man, you care so much.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Yeah,
it's really what it is when you see a person like, is this all you got? It's got to be all you do.
Yeah,
because
I don't know who I am, so I put it here.
That's so funny. I've never thought about that reaction of someone being like, "Damn, you don't even have bread."
You always going to run the hand over. You're picturing over like your Ripley muscles, and you're just kind of like you're barely flexing.
Yeah,
but it's all. And you think of someone just taking it off, and you go, "What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you?" I bet you'd be a little more fun to hang out with if you got rid of 2 of those abs.
Yeah. Yeah.
And dude, you just jack. So you think you're gonna take off and she's gonna faint, and instead she's like,
"Yeah,
what are you doing?
Fuck you laughing at?
Yeah.
You gotta threaten her physically?
Yeah.
I'll fucking kick your ass.
Yeah.
I'll probably crush you. I can crush you with that refrigerator.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
Yeah. What do you think
then-
of that, you stupid slut?
So I found her ex-boyfriend. And I killed him.
Yeah.
Were there
That'll
people
teach him.
Were there people that you had problems with in Ottawa where you come back and you're like, hey, I went to military school, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah. I always wanted to beat up my bully, but I was just too much of like a pussy.
You were too nice.
Yeah. Well, I was not too nice.
You took your shirt off and he laughed at you too.
Yeah.
The muscles are for queers.
Stupid K came back muscly.
You muscly queef. Dude, I just remember.
No, it's worse now.
Oh, God.
Now it's harder to run because your body's all big.
Dude, my friend David was like a big kid. He was like, overweight or whatever. Can fight like a motherfucker because he had older brothers.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of bad shit. One time he shaved his head. He had a buzzed head. And one time in 7th grade science, he just covered his head in Carmex and the lip balm because he thought it was funny. Like just throughout class took a girl gave, remember those little things of what are those called?
Carmex.
Carmex.
Yeah.
He just took a thing of Carmex and just put it on his head until he just looked over and David's head was all shiny and you're like, David, what are you doing? And he's like, he just didn't give a fuck. Same class, he raised his head and he raised his hand and asked our teacher, he goes, how do mosses fuck? We were learning about mosses and they're like, you gotta get it. Like our teacher flipped out on him.
It's just a giant man with an oily head.
He could, when we were 13, he beat up 2 16-year-olds. Like he could fight.
Geez.
And then
it's like Mike Tyson would do.
Yeah, his mom sent him to military school.
I killed drug dealers.
Those men were scared of me, and I was just a boy. But he went to military school, and then he came back fucking jacked, and everyone was like, oh no, except his friends, because now you're like, all right, David could really fuck some shit up. But that was
his friends like, okay, time to hit the showers.
Yes.
Who brought in the beef train?
Yeah. No, is that? Shut up. Dude. I'm trying to remember who was the first guy in our group to get a man body. I can't remember anybody.
Dude, I remember
getting a man body in my life. I think I stopped hanging out with teenagers. You know what I mean? Like, and went immediately to like adults.
It was weird seeing my friend's
Because I started
cousin.
comedy at 19, so I didn't see my friends kind of like not be 19.
Yeah.
I kind of jumped to hanging out with like 40-year-olds and shit.
Just sad fucking comics.
I saw someone recently where I hadn't seen them since they were like a boy, like 17, and now they're like 32, and it was just crazy because he looked like his father.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, oh my god, you look like one of the grown-ups now.
My friend from that boot camp, he was a year older than me, and then he graduated, and I didn't see him again till like 10 years later. I was like doing comedy, and he was like in Calgary, and I saw him, and he looked like a little boy, and he had like no pubes. And then when I saw him, he looked like Keanu Reeves, and I had to like think about like match their voices because it's still weird when I see him. I'm like, what the hell? What's
happening?
Yeah. I saw a friend in Connecticut not long ago came out to one of my shows who was like my little kid, like friend, like everyday friend.
Yeah.
And then just haven't seen him in years, and he's like shaved head, and the whole thing just looks so different. You know what I mean? Like it's just odd. Yeah. Like, okay, this is adult. That.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy.
You're like, oh yeah, I haven't seen in a long time. Did we do gay stuff ever when we were younger?
What's funny is one of my friends' like little brothers. He was kind of like the annoying little brother. He's only a year younger than us, but all through high school, we'd be at parties or whatever, go to his house. He came out in Charlotte. Him and his wife live in North Carolina, and they came out, and I was like, hey, Ricky. And he's just like a man. He's like, I'm a teacher now.
I saw my friend Randy Relaford, who's a lawyer in Orlando last weekend, came to see me. I've seen him a couple of times. He comes out every time.
Sounds like a made-up name.
Randy Relaford.
We're just making up names. Ricky Robbins and Randy Relaford.
Randy Relaford from the Rellafordsons.
And what about Ricky Robbins? It's all alliterative, made-up names.
He's like, it's so funny for all how much I get called like racist or how much racial humor I do. Randy Relaford and Randy Bracy are my two buddies from like school, back in like grade school, that come out to see me in Orlando every time. Randy Relaford, I believe, is now the dean of law school. What? He's been a lawyer for so long. And Randy Bracy is like, you can look at, I forget what it is. He's like government. He's like in like Florida government.
See, that's what's crazy is like your friends, they're all that age.
And then there's their white scuzzball friend comes out with a bunch of juggalos to say hi to him. Hey, Randy Relaford, sorry to come into your cool, awesome black world, my dumb white bullshit.
The guy who runs the Florida government is probably okay with the race stuff.
No, right? Oh no! It's something. They have no problem with my jokes at all, nothing like that. It's just more like just so funny that like for all the you know what I mean. I'm like your parents, man. It's like your parents would be so much happier if you came home with Randy Relaford or Randy Bracy than me.
Yeah,
like, they got so much better shit going on.
We when I was out in San Francisco for those two Giants games and that 49ers game, I was talking to this guy at a Giants game, like kind of knew Katie, and Katie introduced me. And I was talking to this guy. We're the same age. We're both 39. He's a diehard 49ers fan, diehard Giants fan. We're like talking about teams growing up, and he's like talking about this, and then I start talking to the guy, and he is like a fucking CEO of a company. Like, he is so beyond whatever that I was like, damn, dude, we're the same age. I feel like a little boy next to you.
Yeah.
He's like, well, we bought that company, and then we're gonna sell. He works with LeBron, and he's like, well, I'm in LeBron's buying group, and we like did this and this, and I was like, I just got a new PlayStation 5 game.
Yeah. So our friend Katie, you tapping that?
Yeah. And
don't ask me that, sir.
That's my girlfriend, and I'll fight you.
Okay.
I'll fuck up your successful older ass.
It's so weird when someone's been a man for a long time, and we're just doing this.
That's what it is, because this is stunted our development as actual. It keeps us in a bubble.
That was the famous thing not famous thing, I guess, but that comedian documentary that I always thought was the interesting thing, about it. It was like when he was complaining that Orny Adams was complaining that all of his friends now are bankers and doing this, and they have houses now, and they live in the suburbs and got nice cars, and he's like, and I'm still struggling living in a shithole apartment. He's like, yeah, but that's the gig. That's the gig you took.
What's great is Seinfeld.
It doesn't happen right away. It's like you hopefully, the thing is like what you're thinking is you're going to eventually be, hopefully, bigger than that. Than they are, like successful wise, and if not, you are always going to think you get to at least a level where you're like, well, I did what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be a banker.
I mean, like, that was the hardest thing when I first started, was like, I might not make it, and then you have to make a decision right then and there that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And,
you're like, I can do it.
So far, it hurts quite a bit, but
But the new special,
coming out.
It's out right now. Make sure you check it out.
Doing okay numbers. We could use a push from the old bonfire. Crackle.
Just for some old friends that might be looking it up. Yeah, dude, it's fucking stressful, man. It is very stressful, and especially in your 20s, because in your 20s you're watching your friends go from university to very well paid.
Now I don't know which one that is.
I had a buddy that when I was living in a
secondary finishing school.
I had a buddy that when I was Garapay, when I was living in a windowless room in Queens and had no money, my friend bought a home in the nicer part of our old neighborhood, and I was like, so you own this house? And he's like, yeah. And I own that car, and I'm like, I hear the train go by every time.
Yeah. It was wild how long you lived in that house.
Do you remember when
you were a famous comedian living under a train with Mike Vecchione?
Yeah, goddamn right. You guys went deep into it. But you're smart.
You were saving money. I know why you were doing it, because you're smart.
A stack cash.
A totally smart thing to do. But I respected it the longer it went on.
I'm surprised you got as deep as you're going without being like, I can't. I'd love to stack more cash, but I can't take it anymore.
Oh, dude, Mike and I could have lived together for the rest of our lives, dude.
Yeah.
We could have been little spinsters.
It was so cute.
The 2555 dojo was very productive. We'd work, we'd eat,
one bathroom, all those things.
Oh my God, I smoked a lot of weed, and he put up with a lot of bullshit. But I'll tell you what, dude. That was one of the tightest dojos ever known to comedy. You stepped in there. Your writing was tight. The voice work was impeccable.
And I hope you brought your own food.
Yeah, because I am not here to host.
I am not here for your goddamn eating pleasure.
You want to watch Browns 49ers? BYOF.
Sack up. Order something.
We had people come over the other day before a concert. I didn't go, but I didn't put anything out.
Good for you. Welcome.
It was crazy.
Welcome to Independence.
It was wild.
We literally stopped upstairs to smoke a joint.
That's fine.
But good for you, because normally she would have had a nice cheese plate.
You used to host me. You're one of the people, the apartments I would sleep on a couch if I was visiting town. When I got exiled to Canada, I got kicked out of America for getting arrested. And
my ex-wife was helping you with the law stuff there, right? Is it the graffiti?
Yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah, weren't you put up stickers, or were you actually doing graffiti?
No, it was phone booth graffiti, right?
Were you drunkenly trying to impress a chick too? Was it? Yeah, right.
That kind of is such a long
time ago. It's a long time ago.
It's like 12 years ago.
At least.
God, because crazy is because Graham and I were like again friends with Nate. Nate would pick us up. We'd go out. Nate would always drove, so you'd just and then you and Nate were the older guys that did spots.
Yeah.
So Graham and I were doing bar shows, and we'd come hang out with you guys just to be at the club, have a beer at fucking the comic strip or whatever. And so all of a sudden he's just gone, and then he's like, I got arrested and I have to go back to Canada.
Yeah.
And then he would come back and just crash at my apartment.
Yeah.
He crashed at Vecchione and I. That was when we lived with Handsome Pete.
No, it was after. You would like dip an apple in peanut butter and be like, Mike, can I eat this? He'd be like, yeah, you sure can.
Yeah, dude. In 2015 after Bonnaroo, was when I started like changing my diet, and I remember Lewis was like, that was when he super got into he got in like Shredzo zone, as he called it.
I remember when you discovered.
And I was like, dude, apples with peanut butter, and then I was so proud. I was like, Mike, is this good? And he was like, yeah, it's good for dessert. And then Lewis came over and he's like, this peanut butter's bullshit. This is Jiffy. You can't eat this.
All sugar.
Yeah, eat natural peanut butter. I was like, Lewis, it's the one thing I do. And he goes, you're not going to have this peanut butter anymore. I go, Lewis, Lewis brought me natural peanut butter. And he put it on top of my refrigerator. He goes, that's your peanut butter. And I was like, I like Jiffy. And he opened it up and went, and fucking hocked a loogie into my Jiffy, and then threw it in the trash. And I was like, I'm gonna go buy another one.
I would have thrown up from that.
It made me. I was like, Lewis, you're such a fucking asshole.
I talked Christina Hutch into throwing her jacket in the trash can one time, and I'm like, oh, that makes me feel like this is why me and Lewis work well together.
Yeah, Lewis, like, get rid of her. You gotta destroy.
Why'd you throw her jacket in the trash?
I don't know. We were bullying her about it looked like a little kid's jacket.
She just threw
Do you remember that? We were taking a cab ride with her, and we got to throw her jacket away.
Was it just like you're doing better than this?
Yeah, we're like this is crazy.
DeRosa had my favorite when I finally started making a little bit of money. DeRosa goes, you know what bugs me about you, Soder? You buy the same shitty clothes, you just buy them a little nicer every time. And he nailed it. I've never had somebody be like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. But I remember Graham, Katie's blown away that I didn't own a computer from 2007 until 2011.
Oh, yeah.
I just had 4 years, right?
Nothing.
No, I would use
no version of a computer.
I would use Vic's computer in his room, and that's when I started. That's when I started learning about YouTube. That's when I found that you could also watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia online, and that's when I started getting drunk sitting at his computer, and he had a big problem with that.
Yeah,
because you come
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
talk to me real talk.
Never jerked off his computer.
That's
how I got back in my. That's how I fucking now.
How was your line?
I would watch porn on his computer, and then turn it off and go to the bathroom and jerk off.
Never jerked off at the computer.
Lies.
Yeah, you're such a liar. You're lying out of your teeth right now.
I swear on my father's grave, I never jerked off at
You have a
Vic's
lot of anger
computer.
towards your father. I don't believe it.
You get all worked up and then run into your bedroom.
I go, dude.
You go, oh God, this is so hot. Okay, all right, clear history.
Dude.
Out. Son.
And it's not a joke.
Don't go away.
That's not a joke. I'd go to lobstertube.com.
You gotta go jump down.
Dude,
pound.
You know what I'd actually do? Because he worked during the day.
I still go to lobstertube.com.
I would come in the Jiffy jar.
If anyone plays this for Vic, I'll fucking kill you. But what I would do is, as you know, I jerked off in the shower. So what I would do is...
You used to stand and talk shit to the faucet.
I would never talk shit, but I would stand.
Let me add to the mythos.
No, don't, because it makes me look like Patrick Bateman.
Dan totally talks shit to the
Dan
faucet.
Actually,
no, I don't.
You know, I actually heard Dan imports the water for his shower so he can jerk off more East
From
Coast.
Joe's Pizza.
See, make out with the water.
Kiss the water coming out. Your warm kiss.
You're so gentle.
So what I'd do is I'd fire the shower up, and then I'd go into Vic's room, watch porn on the computer, and then be like, click, delete, get out of here. And then I'd run back to the bathroom and be like, and then take a shower. But then Graham came over, so finally Vic was like, dude, stop using my computer. I love you. You gotta stop using it. And he worked at Fox News, and they gave him one of those little tablets, those little like laptops.
It was like
Why did he care if he wasn't home and he wasn't using it anymore?
I don't want anyone jerking off on my chair.
Honestly?
And then touching my mouse.
He would come home, and I would be on it, and he would be like, I just want to go into my room, and you're in my room, and I don't want to kick you out. And so we bought a TV together. We had split the TV, and he said, why don't I buy you out on the TV, and I can take the TV, and then I'll give you this little laptop.
It was like a net surf.
It was like a tiny.
I had one of those. Yeah,
an Acer.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
Acer
an
netbook.
It was like an Acer netbook. That's exactly what it was.
netbook.
Yep.
And I remember Graham and I did.
Christine was rocking an Acer when I met her.
Yeah, because I moved when I moved to New York. I moved here with my Samsung Alias and nothing else.
So it was just this
no
tiny.
computer, no nothing.
It was so small. It was such a tiny thing. And Graham and I were doing Woodshed WrestleMania at the Creek. He was Bobby Heenan and I was Andre the Giant. And so he came over to we were going to get in our costumes and then ride the 7 over. And he walked in and I was writing it up my laptop, but I was sitting on a little stool on this little laptop on this big wooden table, and I've never seen anybody. Vecchione opened the door for Graham, and when Graham saw me typing on the little thing, he fell out laughing. Where it delayed us by like 20 minutes because he was like, "What is that? Was that a bit? Did you mean to do that?"
He looked like when a clown goes on a tiny bicycle.
I was just in this tiny little laptop on my tiny stool.
Yeah.
I was like, I got some good stuff, Graham.
Oh, Graham K, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us, man.
Thanks for having me. And
check out the special, everybody.
Yeah,
Graham fucking rules.
Free on YouTube. I'm very proud of it. Self-produced it. I think it looks great.
Go support
Jokes
Graham
are very
K.
good.
Live in a bowling
I
alley.
tweeted out the link, so it's on our Twitter, too.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Appreciate
at the
it, guys.
Bonfire SXM for the tweet.
Thanks for having me.
Go support.
Follow me on Instagram,
Very
Mr.
funny.
Graham K. Graham like the cracker, K-A-Y. That's all I got. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Graham fucking rules. We're going to take our last break, come back, and then say goodbye because that's all the time we have for. Our Pandora playlists are up. Bonfire merch available at bonfiremerch.com.
You don't have to read any of this. It was just for the Graham thing.
Okay, bigjcomedy.com, dansoder.com.
Yes. The Bonfire.
Yes.
The Bennington Show, now on weekdays at noon.
My husband and I were discussing this, and he was like, no one won. It's going to be $1 billion. And I said, I don't want it. It would make me uncomfortable to have $1 billion.
Why?
Some million sounds pretty nice.
You know what you could do? Let your father manage it, the way Brittany's father managed everything for her.
I'm not being a conservatorship. No, here's the thing.
You will be in a conservatorship.
The Bennington Show, now on weekdays at noon East and available anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Hi, it's Billy Joel here. It's back. All my music on my very own channel.
New shows, new stories, hosted by Billy.
The Billy Joel Channel.
On now for a limited time. And in the SXM app, included in all trials and popular plans. Billy Joel, now on SiriusXM Channel 14.
Let's face it, talking about life insurance is never easy. But after we watched a close friend lose her husband with no insurance, we decided that wasn't going to happen to our family.
Yeah, but shopping for life insurance can be almost as difficult as talking about it.
But then we heard about Ethos Life Insurance. They're a new kind of life insurance, built for people on a busy schedule who don't have time for unnecessary doctor's visits, fine print, or hidden fees. You know, who want to keep it simple.
I couldn't believe how easy it was. We answered a few basic questions, and within minutes, we had an estimate of what it would cost and what sort of policy made sense for us.
I never imagined a life insurance could be so affordable.
And accessible.
The peace of mind knowing that our future is secure, it just removes a lot of the fear around getting older and...
Yeah, the unexpected.
I'm glad we talked about it.
I'm glad we went with ethoslife.com.
Go to ethoslife.com now for your free estimate. That's ethoslife.com. ethoslife.com.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers career-relevant programs that work for your schedule and tuition that works for your budget. So, as you move into the new year, realize your next success with a degree or certificate from UMGC, an accredited state university helping working adults like you take a leap forward. Apply by February 15th and we'll waive your application fee. Online and hybrid courses available. Visit umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
Everyone knows even good people fall on hard times. You're hit with a financial setback, and before you know it, you're behind on your taxes. Unfortunately, the IRS isn't always as understanding, and the consequences can be serious. They can take your paychecks, your bank accounts, even your home or business. Don't take on the IRS by yourself. You need to call the experts at Optima Tax Relief. They specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that could save you thousands if you qualify. Optima's tax professionals fight to protect you from the IRS by helping you resolve your tax debt. The Better Business Bureau has awarded them an A+ rating, and you will too. Put the hard times behind you. Get America's #1 tax relief firm on your side. Call now and get a free consultation today.
Call 800-901-3022. 800-901-3022. 800-901-3022.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Most hot sauces are just basic.
And let's face it, basic is boring. Melinda's hot sauces are anything but basic. Melinda's is made with fresh ingredients and the finest chili peppers for that perfect balance of heat and flavor. It leaves other hot sauces, well, just hot and bothered. Don't be basic. Upgrade to Melinda's and set your mouth on flavor. Visit melindas.com to find a retailer near you.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
Buffalo Bills' Damar Hamlin remains in critical condition. Sirius XM NFL Radio and Mad Dog Sports Radio are keeping up to the minute on Hamlin's situation as he remains in a Cincinnati hospital. Continuing Damar Hamlin reaction at Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88, Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 82, and the SXM app.
Sirius XM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
Gain a global perspective as you study alongside business professionals from around the world with an MBA from University of Maryland Global Campus. Showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills to employers. Plus, receive lifetime career services at no additional cost. Classes start January 11th. Apply now and save with no application fee. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate by Chev.
I never write reviews, but Navage is so amazing, I had to leave one. Nothing's ever cleared out my sinuses as well. I'm blown away by how Navage works. That's a review from Carrie, and it's one of over 100,000 online testimonials praising Navage. I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I've talked about flushing out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs. How Navage's powered suction can help you breathe better, and how your nose is the body's air filter, and Navage will clean it out. But don't take my word for it. What do people like Chad say, who wrote, Navage has helped clear out my nasal passages every single night. My wife says my snoring has gone way down. Snorefest be gone, unquote. Navage is the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million customers to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Pay doctor, quote based on healthy, non-smoking 30-year-old female with a 20-year term policy. Rates may vary. Welcome to Ethos, a new kind of insurance company that believes life insurance should be hassle-free, affordable, and accessible for everyone.
For around $27 a month, I got $100,000 in term life insurance without a medical exam. All I had to do was answer a few health questions, and boom, family protected. Ethos is 100% online. I got a quote in seconds, applied in minutes, and got coverage in hours. No medical exams, no blood tests, no hassle. Look, nobody wants to plan for the unthinkable, but it would be so much worse to not plan at all. It's easy, fast, risk-free, and it's one of the best things I could have done for my family's future. Don't put it off.
Ethos, the 100% online, hassle-free way to get affordable life insurance. Don't wait. Get your free estimate today at ethoslife.com. That's ETHOS.